what it do?
Ahoy!
What's up?
A disturbing turn of events that we can't talk about, but
I don't find it that disturbing.
well, it's confusing.
Yeah, well.
We were told by two comedians, I guess, that were on with Luke, that we should do something to each other.
Scissor.
Well, Rob's going right to it. Are they like? We can't do that.
No.
Like that's not.
We could sword fight.
Yeah, you could sword fight
if you'd like.
But I feel that's a
But I don't want to.
I'm not exactly sure what it was. Now I don't think they saw us. They just heard our names and decided to go with that. Seems like a very arbitrary thing, and quite frankly, not really accurate.
I'm not offended.
Maybe touch, like go tip. We could do that. You do samesies, but scissoring, that's not really.
Ooh.
That's not really up our alley.
My Jayhawks are on.
Rock Chalk.
I
think they're a 1 seed, by the way.
Yeah, we got a regional.
Yeah.
This is the time of year where we all watch college baseball for the first time all year.
Yeah, and then pretend that we know anything about it.
Yeah, well, I don't pretend anything. We all ask the same questions.
Yeah.
Like for example, because it's actually, get this. It's a pretty vibrant day around the office. There's a bunch of people here and stuff.
Yeah.
And we were all huddled around the TV out there watching Oregon State,
the Beavs went down.
Just lost to Washington State.
Yeah.
They lost to the Cougs.
Now, it is double elimination. So, in theory, like if the Duckies go down today to Yale, tomorrow could be an elimination game between the Ducks and Beavs.
Yeah, I have a problem with the Cougs hats.
Yeah?
Yes.
What about the Coug hats don't you like?
I don't like them.
And why?
Well, they just have a W on them.
Yeah, that's been that way forever.
Yeah, well, I don't like that. So I just wanted to report that.
So you want the SU on there as well?
What is that? No, what is that? I just want the Coug logo. I think their logo is cool.
It is a good logo.
Yeah, so I don't know why don't they just put that on there?
I don't know. Going all the way back when my brother went there back in 1,000 years ago, I had one of those. I always liked that. I had a cream with the crimson W.
But their baseball hat is just a W.
Yes, it's a W.
It looks pretty. I don't know. It looks pretty. Honestly, it looks kind of low rent.
That has been there forever, and it's weird because I too like the Cougar logo, but I kind of always appreciated the simplicity of the W hat.
Well, it didn't hurt them today.
No, it did not.
They survived the W hat and they beat the Beavs. Anyway, we were out there, and everybody's kind of, again, we're all watching college baseball for the first time today.
Sure.
And now we're gonna start watching it and get into it.
Yeah. Well, everyone now, I can tell you that Yale plays small ball. They got a dominant pitcher. They just want to scratch out a couple runs, and it's.
Well, it's like all these things. Like, wait, is there a pitch clock? I don't know. What's the pitch clock? I don't know. Look it up. Do they have PitchCom? Apparently they have PitchCom, which I didn't know that.
Can't say I knew that either.
But they do, because the Oregon State guy was looking at his wrist. I'm like, well, why is? I thought it was in their hat. I'm like, well, apparently you can do both. So you learn a lot.
Well, I did know that because last year when the Beavs were playing in the regional, the super regional, that was the first time I noticed the wrist PitchCom. And I had that same thing. I was like, why is he? Oh, PitchCom. Yeah, because in the big leagues it's in the hat.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, my guess is it's just easier to have it on a little cheaper. To have it on the old wrist.
Yeah, and the Beavers, they're going with just the straight OSU in block. And
Boy, you just don't like the hat situation, do you?
No. No, I don't.
So what do you want? You want the Beavs to go Benny Beaver? Because have that. It's a good look.
I think that would be cool.
I can call it down to the Wonger. Our guy, Joey Wong,
saw him
is a coach down there.
Yeah, they were just showing him. Yeah, he's looking good.
I can reach out and be like, according to Rob, one of the reasons it's not going well, we need the Beaver.
Yeah.
I do like that Oregon State baseball uses the Benny the Beaver and not the Beaver Shark. That's a good move.
Yeah, the old Goofy Beaver.
Yes.
Is way better.
Yeah. No one wants the Beaver Shark. It's and I like my Beavs. I root for the Beavs. That's one of the worst logos in college sports.
What is that?
You're talking about the new beef, the new meaner beef?
Well, it's the Beaver Shark. It's a terrible look. Like, all the versions of it are better than the Beaver Shark. And I understand that they rebranded, but that was a long time ago. I mean, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Go back. Any version of the old Beaver logo is better, including the original, which is just Benny. And what I also like about that is all college mascots at one point.
So that's Benny right there?
Yeah, that's Benny.
And you don't like this one?
That's the Beaver Shark.
Yeah, you don't like
It's terrible.
Yeah.
And they had one that was kind of in between that where it was still Benny, but it was a streamlined Benny, and then they went to that one. They went to the Beaver Shark.
Yeah, Benny looks a little goofy, but I'm with you. I like it way better.
And he was in the Navy because all good mascots did a tour of duty in the Navy. I don't know why that is, but all mascots at one point have a sailor hat. And
I think the Washington State Cougar logo is really awesome.
Did you know that, that's Butch? Did you know that Butch did a tour of the Navy?
Wait, what?
Butch is the Cougar.
Oh, okay.
And he has, if you go back, there's a logo of him wearing a sailor hat. I don't know why all college mascots wore a sailor hat, but they do.
Yeah. Well, I just think their logo is cool. It's the WS, but then it's a cougar face and it's growling and it's like, ah.
Yes.
It's cool. It's well done. It's like the old, the Brewers, like the Milwaukee Brewers. A lot of people, if you look close, it's a baseball mitt,
yes.
But it's MB. I just love stuff like that. Sure. And I think the Cougs going with the W are just selling themselves short. So I can't pull for them now. Well, sorry. Go Yale.
I understand.
Or, I don't know, whoever they play.
Well, they'll play the
winner.
Yeah, they'll play the winner of Oregon and Yale.
Yeah.
Which is, is that at 5?
I don't know. It's coming up here. It was raining down there a little bit ago, but they played through it.
Yeah.
The final score, I think, was, 3-2? Washington State won?
Yes.
They got no hit for 5 innings, and then they just erupted for 3 huge runs.
Yeah. By the way, someone points out you are going to be very disappointed because Oregon just has an O and Yale just has a Y.
I know.
So
yeah, I knew Yale did. But that's classic. Like Ivy League, you can get away with that.
Get away with it.
Yeah, they've never had a better logo, right? They just have always gone with the Y.
Yeah.
Whereas the Cougs have a really cool logo, and then they just put a W. I don't get that. Stick with your logo. What's your logo? Put it on there.
Well, oftentimes, like back in the day, I don't think I have one currently, but a BYU hat often people would mistake as a Yale hat. And I'm like, does it really look like I went to Yale? Although to be fair, so herein lies the question. Which do I look like that I went to less? BYU, Yale.
Oh, Yale.
Yeah?
No offense. Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's not really a good Mormon look either.
Well, back in the day, you had a Mormon look.
Yeah.
Those
little softer edges.
Yeah.
But I think our Y is better than their Y. The BYU Y is a good Y.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I got to compare Ys.
Yeah, you got to our Y is a superior Y. They just have a basic, bland, boring. The BYU Y, it's like a tilted, it's an asymmetrical Y.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, and yours is white with the blue circle.
Yes.
And theirs is just a blue basic Y.
Yeah, the fact that we have the unbalanced Y, it's a superior Y. Because we have one fat side and one skinny side.
Yeah.
It's a better Y.
I agree with that.
I like our logo. And then we also have we have the cougar crawling over the BYU logo as well.
Yeah. Do they use that for anything?
Yeah. Now, we changed it when I was there. We decided to go with awful logos, changed our colors, changed the Y. It was ridiculous. And then someone a couple years later was like, this is dumb. Let's go back to the old stuff. And now the old stuff it looks better. BYU has a good look. I'm happy with it.
Good. Well, I'm happy you're happy with it.
Yeah. Same thing with the Jayhawk. The Jayhawk's a great look.
Yeah. But we also have the KU.
Yeah.
KU
does a nice job.
I don't love being with Adidas, but they've done a pretty good job with KU's gear. Yeah. I like KU's gear.
Yeah.
I like what we got going.
Yeah, they do a nice job.
No complaints. Okay. All right. Well, now that we
covered that,
we're all satisfied with our own school's mascots and colors and such. It's time for the Brad Boxberger opening prattle.
Let's do it.
My little sports bunnies. Well, Damian Lillard was trending last night.
I like that. I love online fights are just the dumbest thing in the world, and yet they make me laugh. And there is no one that likes mixing it up more on Twitter than Aaron Fentress. Like, that dude is master of the Twitter fight.
Yeah, he loves it.
Yeah.
I think he feeds off of it.
I think so, too.
It gives him energy.
Yeah, 100%. It's like that little middle chess piece for Iron Man that keeps him alive. I think that's Twitter fights. And Fentress will engage anyone at any time on a Twitter fight. Disneyland, Michael Jackson, three-point shooting, doesn't matter. Fentress has an opinion.
I think oftentimes he just will disagree to call someone out on something.
Yeah.
I think half the time he doesn't even believe what he's arguing. He just likes to argue.
Yeah. Well, we used to do college football stuff together on TV, and inevitably, for no reason, he would just launch into something about Beyonce and he just he was so adamant about it. And you're like, who cares? Who cares? Like, you can't prove that Beyonce is the greatest female artist of all time. So what does it matter? It matters to him. And this is another one.
Yeah, so I didn't get too all up in this because you know me.
All up in you.
But I did see what happened.
Well, I'd like to point out to everyone out there again, is people tweet at me thinking that I'm going to engage in them back. Not going to. Twitter fights are the dumbest thing because it's not real. Twitter isn't a real spot. But Fentress will. So someone started talking about Dame being the second greatest shooter
of all time.
Yes.
Yeah, ever.
So Steph is number one.
Yeah. That's the best part. It's not even the best shooter of all time. It's the second best shooter.
Well, he's
want
clearly
you to
not
know
the best shooter of
that
all
I
time.
am the second best number 2 chair in the history of the fan. Number 2 in the 2 chair, and I'll hear nothing to the contrary.
Who's number 1?
Don't worry about it. I'm number 2.
Kenny Vance?
Yeah, there you go, Kenny Vance. So someone said Steph is number 1, and no one's arguing that. That's how good Steph Curry is. And then someone said Lillard's number 2, and Fentress couldn't let that stand. So in a conversation that had nothing to do with him, Fentress had to interject and say, nay, not number 2.
Well, he said Dame wouldn't even call himself
the
second best shooter ever.
By the way, this is like the 4th or 5th retort going back and forth. Because again, Fentress can't let it go. And neither can the other guy.
Okay, so I didn't see, that's where I saw it. Yeah. And then Lillard responded to that.
Yeah, so Fentress had gone back with stats. And Fentress was like, look at these stats, and they had gone back and forth. And then finally, Fentress came over the top with, not even Lillard would call him the second best shooter.
Right. And then Lillard responded with...
He saw it.
He saw it, and he said, yes, I would. So now we have... I mean, and that apparently led to Fentress being owned.
Yeah.
I don't really know
everyone
how...
was like, ah!
But what is
they
that?
went John Cena. Can't see me. I don't know.
So Damian Lillard is now calling himself the second best shooter of all time?
Yes, and if Damian Lillard calls himself, I don't know how this ends the debate. Again,
is there a debate?
Well, I don't know. Apparently there is.
Is he real? I mean...
But people on Twitter seem to believe that if someone who is at the center of the debate says that they are indeed what others are claiming, that ends the debate.
Right.
So
yeah, because it ended right there.
It ended. And people were like, he owned you. Yeah. And, I mean, I guess in some ways, because he said he wouldn't call himself that, and Lillard goes, yeah, I would. And then I think someone else found an article where Lillard said, like a couple years ago, he was the second best shooter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He is a self-proclaimed second best shooter of all time?
Yes. Yes.
Oof. Listen,
Oh, careful.
I don't know about
Careful.
that.
Owned.
Oh, you got owned, son.
Well, is that... I mean, I can see where Fentress is coming from.
Well, Fentress has numbers to back it up, and then no one likes that. And then they get mad at context, and then Lillard comes in over the top with the people's elbow, and now Fentress has been owned. 2 off, 2 on, 1 off, 2 on. There you go.
Well, I would like to state, for the record, while I know nothing on this subject, Damian Lillard is not the second best shooter of all time.
I'm not entering this fray.
So
that's a bold statement. I'm waiting for Lillard to call you out and be like, whatever.
Honestly, I think that's kind of absurd, but maybe I'm crazy. Let's go to Stevie Bucket. Stevie Fire, what do you think?
It's hard because it's hard to compare generations, right? Like if I go back to the 80s, I think Larry Bird's one of the best shooters of all time, but he shot 2 threes a game. So I can't say, well, Dame shoots 10 a game, so he's better because he made more. He made way more than, like Draymond Green's made more threes than Larry Bird. Obviously, Larry Bird is a better shooter. Also, with Fentress, he was going just straight like percentage. Well, Dame also took a lot of bad shots. Sorry, Blazers fans. Takes a lot of bad shots, takes a lot of long threes, takes a lot of off the dribble stuff. Like, are we saying best pure shooter? Because I would say Klay Thompson's probably a better pure shooter than Dame. But at the same time, Dame can create his own shot better than Klay Thompson. So it's all. It's also stupid.
Yeah, I think Fentress had this one. He said that Lillard shot 40% one time. And Ray Allen did from 3.
Yeah.
And Ray Allen did it 8. And he's like, debate over. And then people came with Lillard says he's the second best.
And
then that got into context.
Lillard takes tougher shots. There's a bunch of stats that said Dame takes like crazy hard shots when he was in Portland back in the day.
Yes. But Allen's he was catching aren't there
but
two?
not in Seattle. In Seattle, Milwaukee,
He was the main guy.
Ray Allen was the dude. That
Well,
was
I would
off the
argue
dribble.
Ray Allen was a better shooter than Damian Lillard.
Well, and then Reggie Miller and again,
Reggie
Larry
Miller
Bird
for
and,
sure. So that's what I say. I think this is ridiculous to say that Lillard's the second best shooter. I think I see where they're going with it though. Could you say that he has maybe the second most range?
Definitely.
Sure.
Behind
And
Curry?
a lot of people are like, yeah, because he shoots 35 footers.
Right.
He's the best.
Yeah,
best shooter.
Lillard.
Well, okay,
Lillard and his. What I read the big response. I guess this was from a little bit ago. He talked about the difficulty and the range in which he shoots.
Yeah, but what does he shoot from 30 feet and beyond?
I don't know.
What's his percentage?
Couldn't tell you. But Ray Allen never shot 30-foot threes because
No.
no one thought to shoot
Right.
30-foot threes.
Right. And so it's like if Larry Bird played today,
He would shoot 10 threes a game and probably
Yeah.
make 4 a game.
I feel like he was as pure as they came.
Well,
Wait,
Right, but that happened in the
they
80s,
come.
so that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
yeah.
and
Yeah.
he couldn't play in today's NBA. Look, I think we
Dude,
can
he'd
all.
be rolling fools out there.
No, he can't play.
Nope.
Don't you know that?
His elbows.
No.
Look, I don't know who the second greatest shooter is, but
I
the
don't either.
second greatest lover of all time. Me.
You're the.
I'm not
Wow.
number one,
Congrats.
but I'm ending this debate. I know there was a big debate online about if I indeed was the second greatest lover of all time, and I'm here to end the debate.
Who's number one? Fabio?
I would think so. Maybe Brad Pitt. He that handsome devil. All I'm saying is I'm not number one, but I am number two, and I'm willing to state that. I'm going to come out and put my name out there and be like, it's over. I love these online. I love the Twitter fights.
Yeah. Well, people love the NBA is like the social media and the NBA were made for each other.
Yes.
Because
It's very sensitive people that like to yell and
well, it's just like
gave rise to like Stephen A. Smith.
there's just a lot of easy debates
Yeah.
that could be had on there
Yeah.
without even watching. Like you don't really need to watch. You just
Yeah, someone said Fentress is a box score humper.
what does that mean?
I think he only looks at box scores and stats.
Right, where you can look at Dame in advanced
Yeah.
stats, and it's like,
Yeah,
okay,
he says,
well,
and he goes on. Says Dame is definitely the second best shooter. Sure, there are better catch and shoot shooters like Ray Allen
Yeah.
and Clay,
Yeah.
but Dame off the ball.
Who said that?
I don't know, just someone on.
So,
Yeah,
but
I think
that's,
that's a
that
fair
statement
point.
right there is saying we're discounting a catch and shoot shooter.
Yeah, that's true.
Why are we discounting that?
Right.
We shouldn't.
That's right.
Look, all I know is this:
Andre Miller.
if you gave me that it said Damian Lillard's the second best shooter of all time, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
And if you told me Ray Allen was the second best shooter of all time, I'd be like, okay. That's
Exactly.
They're really good.
You're like the guy from SNL. Yeah. Okay.
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 Yeah. Well, Damian Lillard is one of the greatest shooters of all time. And that's these kind of weirdo, and it's funny because I know this is what we do for a job. The power ranking of, I can give you my power rankings, but who the hell am I? I don't know any different than you out there. Like Fentress and Danny should just get in a room together and then yell at each other for like
Hey,
an hour.
that'd be a great radio show.
It's just, ah!
Can I just say that if you are the second best shooter of all time,
Yeah.
if you claim to be the second best shooter of all time,
Yeah.
can you really be 241st in all-time three-point percentage?
Well,
Because that's where Lillard is.
according to this, yeah, but the difficulty,
The difficulty
Yeah, so
and the length.
But
Yeah,
just
it's all about length.
It's all about, dude, we know it's all about
Look,
length.
much like my second greatest lover, it's all about length, man. I mean, come on. It's not about time.
don't
It's-
know.
What is that?
I don't think he's the second best shooter
I
of all
need
time.
to see Dong. I thought it was great that Lillard was out there and they decided to, like, somehow someone was like, hey, Dame, they're talking about you. And he is pretty good about that. Dame will chime in.
He seeks out.
He seeks out.
He is searching
Yes.
his name on Twitter.
Yes. He is one of those guys that for whatever, he hears and sees everything.
Can I just tell you that again, it's not everything, but it's part of the argument. All-time three-point percentage career,
Yeah.
Damian Lillard ranks number 241, right in between Patrick Beverly and Fred Van Vliet.
He's a much better shooter than them. And then you get into, like, if you want specialty guys like Peja or
Peja
Craig
was
Hodges.
great. How about Mark Price?
Yeah,
Steve Kerr.
What did Kyle Korver shoot? Because Kyle Korver can shoot the
Did
lights
Mark
out.
Price ever miss?
They do his money. And that was back when the 3-point, like, no one shot him.
What about Mullins?
Right, because, well, like people are talking about the difficulty that Dame had. Dame doesn't run off screens and shoot threes, where J.J. Redick did, Steve Kerr did, Reggie Miller ran off his screens. Those are difficult shots. Those are not easy.
Boy, I tell you what.
To sprint off of a screen, turn face up, all in one motion, then let it go. That's a hard shot. So I just think it's all, again, You can argue whatever you want. Yeah. If you think Dame's 2, that's great. I'm not going to say you're wrong. I probably wouldn't put him 2, but it's...
Yeah, you're wrong. He's not 2. And if I had to pick a 2, it would be Reggie Miller. But I wouldn't be... Like, if you said I'm wrong, then I'm not arguing with you on that.
I think I would go with Ray Allen. And a sneaky one for me, Kevin Durant. You want to talk about, like if I had to have a guy... Kevin Durant might just be the best shooter, and no one can stop it. Like, you can't defend it. I mean, again, it's what you value. That's why I say I have no problem. Damian Lillard, before you tweet at me and get all mad and, go all aggro.
He ain't going to tweet at you.
I'm not worth tweeting about.
No. Ventress
is, because I refuse to have the debate. If Damian Lillard tweeted at me, my response I would go Chad on him and go, cool. Okay. Yeah. I'm the second best. Cool, man. Okay. Great. I have no problem if you think Damian Lillard's the second greatest shooter. I think if you ask the majority of NBA beat writers that aren't local, and if you ask people not named Damian Lillard, I don't know how many people would say he's the second best shooter. I think that would be an uphill climb for most NBA guys.
I find it a little absurd, which is where Fentress was coming from. So just because Lillard thinks it doesn't make it true.
I beg to differ. Second greatest lover. Hello. Lillard. Ended the argument. Mic drop.
There's your prattle. Thank you, Brad. Frank Gay Services, front and center. Wemby and the Spurs, next.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, some college baseball going on in the NCAA tournament. Earlier today, Washington State, they took out Oregon State 3-2 down in Eugene. That means Washington State will now face the winner of Oregon and Yale, while Oregon State gets the loser of that game. Oregon-Yale will have first pitch right around 5 o'clock. Orlando Magic, they're finalizing a deal to hire the Spurs associate head coach Sean Sweeney to be their new head coach. Sweeney will finish the remainder of the season, remainder of the postseason with the Spurs, and we will have a Game 7 in the Western Conference Finals between the Spurs and the Thunder. That'll be on Saturday, 5 p.m. tip on NBC. Just coming in right now, Oklahoma City's Jalen Williams already been ruled out of Game 7. Knicks center Mitchell Robinson, he says he plans to play in Game 1 of the finals while wearing a brace on his hand after he underwent surgery on his broken right pinky finger. Brendan Sorsby, the quarterback at Texas Tech, placed at least 40 bets involving Indiana football as a quarterback for the Hoosiers. Used sportsbooks accounts registered to family members and friends to wager approximately $90,000 over 4 years, according to court documents. And the Carolina Hurricanes look to close out the Eastern Conference Finals in the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs tonight as they host the Canadiens, 5 p.m. puck drop. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
All right, it's time for the services of the great Frank Gay.
Let's do it.
Well, we must talk about the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Going back to Oklahoma City.
I gobbled at the wrong time, boys.
Yeah.
11.5, and I gobbled. The points gobbler. Whew, got
What
me.
was the final?
Almost 30, wasn't it?
118 to 91.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I was kind of watching the fourth quarter, and I kept thinking, there's got to be a push. There's got to be a push. Dude, there was no push.
They looked really discombobulated.
Well, and not only that, but Wemby didn't even have to play. I think he played like 27-ish minutes.
We talked about fatigue. That huge.
Hey,
I'll tell you what.
They answered the bell, man.
Going into Game 7, I don't know if there's a bigger thing than that Wemby got to have about as lazy a game that he could have. I mean, he basically took the entire third quarter off, and I think they went like plus 16 in that third when they pushed it and kind of ended the game, and he just never had to do much after that first half. And so in theory, you're going to get a rested Wemby, and meanwhile on the other side, J-Dub, 10 points or 10 minutes? Like he's
out for Game 7 already.
Good.
Yeah. So
they need to shut him down.
He's just done. So I really thought Oklahoma City was going to come out and we were going to get a championship effort, and Shea was going to be like, okay, I haven't had one this series, but I'm the MVP. Here's my game. We're going to close it out. And it wasn't. You knew San Antonio was going to come out and throw the first punch, and I just thought Oklahoma City could weather it and show some championship mettle, and they did not. That was not competitive.
Is it crazy that Oklahoma City is one home win from the finals without their second best player, who's been absolute crap in and out of the lineup?
Yep.
And the very worst version of their best player?
It's bizarre.
And maybe their third or fourth best scorer with AJ Mitchell.
Yeah.
And he's been out?
He's been out the last
and
2-3
how
games.
Are they doing this?
And a third-team All-NBA player this year, and the first runner-up to NBA Defensive Player of the Year has largely been ineffective. Yeah. And yet, here they are.
So you made the point, like, this is basically the Blazers missing Denny Advia on their team. Like, they're missing a Denny Advia, and it doesn't matter. They're still Game 7 at home.
Yes. Yeah.
It's weird.
And they're favored by 3.5?
Yeah. I think updated was 3.5 last night.
3.5. Yeah. And honestly, at this point, I don't know where to go with this. I mean, before that, I would have said even with a Game 6 win, I'm just taking Oklahoma City. But I don't know. Last night, kind of, and the fact that Wemby didn't have to press himself, and that J-Dub and Mitchell aren't coming back, I'm starting to think that San Antonio can do this. And you're starting to see Castle calm down a little bit and not be as erratic. Harper, that's the first time I think Harper has looked healthy since I guess it wasn't a quad, it was more of an abductor, but he looked really good and didn't look like he was limping around. All of a sudden, I'm starting to think that maybe San Antonio has what it takes to go into their building.
They're starting to look a lot healthier than they did early in the series. Remember, Game 1, Fox missed that game.
Yep.
Harper got hurt at the end of that game.
Yep.
They were kind of reeling. And like you said, not having to play a lot of their guys in the fourth quarter last night,
it's huge.
Could be so huge for the Spurs because they don't go deep in their bench.
No.
And so they'll be relatively as fresh as you can be going into Game 7.
I just thought even with a game, even if they lost or Oklahoma City lost, I just thought the cumulative body blows again would take it out of Game 7, and it just felt like San Antonio was on cruise control. It didn't. That game was the first one that I thought lacked. At no point did I feel like it got real edgy. This whole series has been, because only the one game, outside of that, I think every other game has been decided by, 11, 13 points. But they've all had a real kind of nastiness to them. I didn't think last night really had it. I just thought Oklahoma City didn't really show up. It was really weird. And,
sometimes that happens, though. Teams know they got Game 7 at home.
Yep.
They feel good about their matchup. And it's hard to bring the intensity. And then the Spurs on the other end are desperate.
Yep.
And, I think it's a little – I mean, look, they had to play their ass off for 2.5 quarters. And then they buried them and got the rest of the game pretty, to coast. But the Spurs were really, really good for,
Yeah, that third quarter with Wemby on the bench.
Yeah.
And that's whenever Wemby sits down, you're like, okay, those are the minutes.
Well, it was a 5-point game.
Yeah, and
with
then,
like 8 minutes left in the third quarter.
Yeah, Wemby sits down, and they just
torched.
They just torched him.
So it took some energy to do that. I mean, they were desperate. I did love the is it Vassell?
Yeah. Blocking
swat
Chet.
of Chet and then shoving him, and then Chet's little crybaby face.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Like Oklahoma City is so weird because they show their faces over there, and Williams looks like he's pouting, and SGA looks super sad, and Chet's face. It's like, I don't know. They look kind of defeated, but we know they're not.
Yeah.
Like, bet against them at your own peril.
Yeah.
For Game 7 at home. It's almost like they just kind of waltzed in there and handed the Spurs that one. I don't want to make it sound that easy. It wasn't. It's just they had nothing going for them and couldn't make anything, and SGA's just completely discombobulated. And I would say I would expect an MVP to rise up in Game 7 and have, just an SGA moment. But the way they're playing him, I don't know how that's possible unless he just shoots 8 million free throws. So we may on Monday be sitting here talking about the officials. That might decide the series because last night SGA was on the ground again a billion times.
3 free throws.
But no whistles.
Nope.
So if they call it like that, Spurs have an advantage. That's an advantage for the Spurs. But if they call it the other way, SGA is kind of unstoppable because he makes 8 million free throws.
Because Castle's so physical on the defensive end.
Yeah.
If he gets called for fouls and they let Shea go, you're right. They may just let him shoot a bunch of free throws, but they didn't in Game 6, and the Spurs have done a great job of contesting every shot possible.
I think it was Game 5. He had 32 points on 7 field goals.
Yeah, I think he was like 16
of 17 from the line. Last night he was 3 for 3. There was about 3 possessions in a row, or maybe 3 out of 4 possessions, where he went to the ground, and you could really see kind of like dare I say that it was almost a panic look. It was James Harden-esque of what do I do when I'm not getting the whistle called? And I'm not saying that SGA is James Harden is disappearing, but in a game where you needed him to be the MVP and no one else really had a standout night, like J-Dub 10 minutes and disappeared. Chet had 10. Dort 5. Caruso only had 7. Like no one else. And for Shea to put up 15 points, you needed more. You really needed more. And it was.
They're playing him so good, man.
Yeah.
The Spurs are too good where usually the Thunder can beat teams with just Shea. The Spurs are too good. The Thunder have to have someone else score.
Yes.
They need Shea to score 30, but they need McCain. They need someone else to score 15, 20 points on efficiency, or else they're not going to win. The Spurs are that good.
Yeah, the conventional wisdom is going to be that, and I heard Brian Windhorst talking about this. He's like, when you get all those role guys that Oklahoma City has back at home, and they make everything. And
Cruz
then
is going to hit 6 threes or something.
Exactly. And then they go to San Antonio and they can't hit anything. I think at one time they pointed out they were 5 of 33 or something.
Something like that.
So, I don't know. I think everyone just expects Oklahoma City to knock down those shots.
They shot 25% from behind the arc last night.
Yeah, they were bad.
10 of 40.
And Steven's right. I mean, they're going to have to knock those down.
Yeah.
It's just that they do, particularly at home. I think it might come down to the officials, man. I think
How's it get called?
Yep. I think that's going to be a big point.
Which would be classic NBA. That's the way the NBA always is.
It is, and in Oklahoma City with those fans, you have to think that that's going to favor Oklahoma City.
They're going to let them know. I mean, that I hope the officials have the balls to go in there and take the heat and get booed and let the guys play. Because if this ends up being a close game and Shea ends up shooting 23 free throws and that being the difference, that's going to be. It's just this series has been too good, and these teams are too good for it to be decided on that. I mean, collectively, I have not seen just the general basketball public come down on one side quite like everyone is tired of the foul merchants. Like, this would be bad for the game of basketball if it's decided with Shea on the free throw line.
Meanwhile, the Knicks are just sitting there. They could probably go on vacation.
Yeah.
Like, when's game 1 of the finals? Did we talk about this? Is it Wednesday?
I can pull it up here.
Because game 7's tomorrow.
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
God. Yeah.
So the East Coast media, namely Mike Greenberg, is trying very hard to get us to take the Knicks seriously, which, little do they know, we do. The Knicks look really good.
Yeah.
No one is... I think they have a really hard time understanding that the rest of the world hates Knicks fans. Like, they just don't...
They can't quite compute that.
Yeah, they can't quite separate... Parse out the fact... Look, the Knicks look really good. Good team. No one hates the Knicks, really. They just hate their fans and the coverage of the Knicks.
Sure.
I don't think that if you're in the East Coast bubble, I don't think you quite understand that.
Well, because to them, it's a great underdog story, and it's this feel-good thing, and the rest of us, it's like, dude, you're in New York, and you got the worst owner, and you can't... It's hard for a team from New York or L.A. to play the underdog card.
Yeah.
It just is.
Well, and they're trying to say, well, you better take us seriously because the Knicks are so good. So they're trying very hard to make us take the Knicks seriously, which, again, I think we do for the most part. But Greenberg said this morning, he said, by the time the Knicks start the finals, they will have played 4 games in 23 days. And he pointed out that there are only 3 teams that have ever had that kind of a rest advantage.
How'd that go?
All 3 of them won in 5 games.
How about that?
The 1999 Spurs, the 01 Lakers, and the 2017 Warriors.
Okay, interesting note, because when you have that sort of layoff, it means that you're just breezing through, right? It means that you are just that dominant. And every one of those teams that you pointed out is ridiculous.
Yes.
Right?
All 3 of those
Those
were.
Spurs teams are some of the best. The Laker team, those 3 runs,
Those have all-timers on it.
they're all timers. And then Golden State, that's was that the KD version of Golden State?
2017, so...
Yeah, that's got to be.
Is that KD? Yeah, I think that's KD,
Take a
which
look.
I don't know if I would pick anyone against that team. I mean, my God. So, with all due respect to the Knicks, the New York
That
Knicks...
is the Kevin Durant.
That's the Kevin Durant version. So you think about the Hall of... You're dealing with Parker, Ginobili, Kawhi Leonard, Duncan. And the Lakers, we know who the Lakers were. This guy by the name of Shaq, and there's Kobe there. And then...
Yeah,
Hey, Jalen Brunson.
The 67 and 15 Warriors.
Yeah. And so, no offense to the Knicks, I understand that you have breezed through the Eastern Conference, but I think we can all admit there is zero chance in hell that anyone, under any circumstances, no matter the amount of drugs or the amount of times that Fentress yells about it, no one would for 1 second entertain the idea that these Knicks, in any shape or form, resemble any one of those teams. It's just not true.
These nuts.
Yeah, but what if I see? But what if Jalen Brunson? Because I said no one would. What if Jalen Brunson tweeted at me and said I would? And then everyone went, "Oh,
in your face!
Mic drop! Mic drop!
You got owned!
You don't understand the league! Oh, the culture! Mic drop!
Well,
What is happening? What is happening?
we're running out of sports, and it's making me sad.
Yeah.
But at least we get a big Game 7 tomorrow. And we'll reconvene on Monday and talk about it.
Yes, we will.
There's your Frank Gay Services. Coming up next in Multnomah Mac, today in World Cup news on The Fan. All right, coming up in the Points Gobbler, the Big Ten Billionaires Club. But first, here in Multnomah Mac, Jace, today in World Cup news, we've got a lot of it.
Yeah, the break is officially here. Soccer is no more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering what the hell
the
you were
MLS,
talking about.
they're-
Okay.
They're on break.
Yeah. Yeah. If you don't watch the MLS, just know
It didn't die. It's just
you can't watch them right now.
no.
Yeah, so we're kind of running out of sports in that we were just talking last week about how it's kind of fun, the NBA and NHL playoffs, rotating where you have a game each night in the conference finals. But now we are zeroing in on the finals. There are fewer games, and we're kind of getting into these evenings where we have nothing to watch.
Yeah.
And I hate that. But the good news is that the World Cup is coming up, and that's only a couple weeks away.
I think June 10th or 11th, I believe, is the start. I know we, and by we, I mean USA, we play Friday the 12th.
Yeah, and if you're not interested in the World Cup, I get it, but at the same time, I think it might suck you in. This is a huge deal.
Yes.
It's in the U.S. Oh, it's in
It's in North America.
And it's going to be awesome. And then after that, if you pay attention to the World Cup, or if that keeps our attention for a bit, then it's time for camp.
Yeah.
So we're almost there, boys.
Well, we're at OTA.
Thursday, June 11th is the official kickoff.
Okay. Yeah, the OTAs are going on right now. We got everyone in camp, and Aaron Rodgers is there, and Jackson Dart, and we got press conferences.
Let's go.
The Seahawks are not. They're not rolling it back. They're moving it forward.
I don't know what that means.
Well,
but-
run it back.
Okay.
Their Super Bowl. They're not running it back. They're running it forward. Coaches have to have clever.
Great.
Yeah, we're not going backwards, Rob.
Great, Mike.
We're going forward.
How about win another one? I don't care whether you're going backwards or forwards.
You
or
can't
diagonal.
win going backwards. Rob, you just don't understand the league.
You just don't even get it, dude.
You don't get it, man.
All right. So
This isn't hockey, bro. It's the NFL.
if we all don't die of Ebola,
Yeah.
then we'll be able to watch another NFL season.
Yes.
But we might die of Ebola.
We'll get college football before the NFL.
Right, but if we die of Ebola, we
Yeah.
won't be able to watch either.
Well, what about, is there
Listen.
college football in heaven, or what about the other place?
Here's the alarming thing, okay? Okay.
I'm ready to be alarmed.
All right.
Am I going to get to watch U.S. versus Paraguay? Is that my best
If
chance?
you don't die of Ebola,
I'm trying not to. Although I've had this voice thing going on for like 2-3 weeks.
do you have Ebola?
I keep losing my voice. Is that part of Ebola? Do you lose your voice?
Yeah.
I know you bleed out of all of your openings, and I don't want that. And I don't have that yet, but I do have a scratchy voice. So,
I think that's it.
so no more Paraguay for me.
Did you try to roll your R there?
That's my Jason Swagard. I can't roll, but
What is that?
whenever Swag says anything, like if he's pronouncing anything that has a Latin flair to it, he can't help himself.
Like
He says Paraguay.
So Ebola, so there's 220 dead. This is Central Africa, mind you.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a long ways away. But there are 220 people who have died of Ebola, and there are more than 1,000 possible cases. Okay.
And trust me, you don't want Ebola. Like
Why
of
is
all
that-
the things you can get, you don't want this.
Why is that significant? One of the reasons you say you don't want it is because there is no cure, there's no vaccine.
Yeah.
So what they're saying over in Africa right now is that there are only, because of a lack of manpower, there's only 1 in 5 contacts of people who have come in contact with Ebola, people who have Ebola.
Yeah.
Only 1 in 5 are getting follow-ups.
That's not good.
That's terrifying.
Scary.
Because with no vaccine or no treatment, that's really the only way to stop transmission. So fast forward to the World Cup. This will be the largest mass gathering in U.S. history.
Oh, boy.
5 million tickets have been sold. It will hit 16 different cities. The timing of this could not be any worse. And here is the cherry on the banana split.
Okay.
Didn't they have a cherry on the banana split?
Yes, the banana split does have a cherry, but so does an old fashioned, so I'd rather it be the cherry. Given my choice between a banana split and a delightful, let's call it maybe a Maker's Mark old fashioned,
So
rather
what would
have
you like the
old-fashioned.
cherry to be on? The
I would like it on an old-fashioned.
Okay,
please.
so the cherry in the old-fashioned
There you go.
is that the U.S. Guess how many dollars, U.S. dollars,
Yeah.
the U.S. has put into biopreparedness
Oh, I'm guessing this is
for the World Cup?
I'm guessing this is going to be like 1995. This
$20.
This is going to be so low. It'll be a couple mil.
$2 million?
Yeah, something like that.
No.
Zero.
Oh God. So I was being facetious when I said $20, and yet, and the Price is Right, I don't win either showcase.
You do not.
My God. We have no dollars for this.
Yeah, no, they don't. They do not see it as an issue.
Oh,
Um,
what could
So-
possibly go wrong?
I read a story where the CBS people were talking to the head cheese of the government, who is in charge of bio
Sure.
preparedness.
Yeah. This is the head honcho.
And they said that there is no chain of command or a command center or real-time data or anything for the World Cup.
What could go wrong?
It is strictly up to the state and local health departments, who are also getting funding cut. So
What are we doing?
So we've spent $625 million to increase security
Yeah.
for the World Cup,
Makes sense.
but we have spent $0 in biopreparedness, and Ebola, the outbreak in Central Africa, is growing.
And a couple of the teams from Africa coming to the World Cup had to quarantine because they were taking it that seriously. So what you're saying is we spent, I think it was $3 million to put grass in SoFi, which will be ripped up afterwards. So we've spent, and yet $0 on the chance that someone brings Ebola to SoFi.
Can you believe that?
It's a shocking.
I mean, it's an off chance,
Yeah.
but it's not zero.
No, it's not.
People will be traveling. This is the biggest mass gathering in United States history. And there happens to be an Ebola outbreak.
Yeah. Eh.
But we're just like, whatever.
Well, you said the other day, studyfinds.org. We all are way optimistic that nothing bad will happen.
Yeah.
Can't happen to me.
No, it'll be fine.
Yeah,
I
Ebola.
won't get
that
sick.
happens in Africa, not here.
It's like, it's fine. Read the book The Hot Zone sometime. Of all my fears, and again, I think it's kind of irrational because when am I going to catch Ebola? Oh, wait. Yeah. That's like, that's top. Ass cancer was always my top, what I don't want. Like of all the things that I can get, ass cancer, number one. And I got to admit, after reading the book, The Hot Zone, about the original Ebola outbreak in the 90s, it's no longer ass cancer, my friend. Ebola jumps to number one, ass cancer, number two.
Bye, bitch.
Yeah.
In other World Cup news, the U.S. coach, whose name I don't know, it's never an American.
Is it shawarma? It should be shawarma.
Hey, he could, yeah.
He should.
He should coach
That
the
guy's
team.
great.
He is coaching the Fire to...
Hey, it's a big weekend for our Fire.
Yeah, they got the fever.
Well,
Big game tonight.
they've got,
Oh,
we
they
got
have
Angel
back-to-back?
Reese
Yeah.
and Caitlin Clark Fever.
Wait, are they playing here tonight?
Yeah, they
Yes.
play The Dream with Angel Reese tonight.
Yeah.
Is that Atlanta?
That
Yes.
is.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good team.
And then Caitlin Clark is somewhere she is in the city right now.
yeah.
You could be sitting down to
She's out
a
at Nike.
peanut buster parfait at your favorite Dairy Queen and look over and see Caitlin Clark.
Nah.
Don't you think she's strolling through the Nike employee store right now?
1,000,000%.
I don't think she goes to the Nike employee store. I think she gets whatever she wants shipped to her.
Don't they shut it down though?
Yeah, they shut
Yeah,
it down.
they
They
They,
shut
let,
it down and then
they let the athletes walk through there.
We saw Craig Robinson in there once.
Ah, nice guy, that Craig Robinson.
Yeah, every now and then when you're in there, you just see like a 7-foot guy or whatever, and you're like, I don't know who you are, but I'm guessing you play something.
You play basketball somewhere.
By the way, the head coach is Mauricio
Yeah.
Pochettino.
Pochettino.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey.
the U.S. coach is never an American guy.
No, this guy's from. He's
We don't know anything about soccer.
No, he's
I
from
think that's
he's
exactly
from
what they're
Argentina.
saying by hiring these guys.
True story.
So apparently he informed all of the players of the final roster by email.
Yeah,
Did you read that?
I did read that.
So he did not bother to call the
he
guys
did not.
that had their hearts broken. He's just like, here you go. I got a tea time.
Even Herb Brooks, the son of a bitch, had the decency to call someone in and be like, hey, you didn't make it.
How about that?
Yeah.
And in other World Cup news, final World Cup news here on Today in the World Cup, did you see that they are going to do a World Cup final halftime show, a la the Super Bowl?
Oh, makes sense.
It does, except the rest of the world hates the idea.
Oh, why is that?
Because they hate America and they hate our big Super Bowl extravaganza, and they don't want the World Cup to be a.
It's not about the sport at all.
Exactly.
I see.
They don't want that.
Yeah.
They think they are the antithesis of such.
They want
tomfoolery.
They just want I don't know, hooligans to chant and then like throw road flares at the half. Is that what we're looking for?
I don't know what they want. They don't want anything for halftime. Is you go get a beer.
I understand,
You
but
take a pee.
you can't really take the high ground when, like, you make racist monkey chants, you throw bananas and road flares, and then claim that having Madonna out there somehow delegitimizes the integrity of the game. You don't get to do it. You don't.
By the way, you called
They're
it.
doing it though.
Madonna is
Yeah.
Madonna, Shakira, and BTS.
BTS.
Is that
That's the Korean
supergroup?
That's the supergroup. Yes.
Madonna?
And they're dudes or girls?
They're dudes.
Dudes, yeah.
And if you say something bad about them, my daughter will stab you in the eye.
Okay.
Come on, dude.
I'll be careful.
Yes.
Never heard anything that they do.
They might be the biggest band in the world. Very big deal.
Well, great. They'll be here for the halftime show
So Madonna
in New Jersey for
Shakira-
the fun.
I mean, but couldn't get anybody better than Madonna
Well,
to represent America?
arguably,
It's a decent
now
question.
don't tell Fentress this, but some might say that Madonna is the greatest female artist of all time. Not Fentress. He'll yell at you for that.
Why? Who would he say is?
Beyonce.
Oh,
Yeah, but not active.
that's not
We're going
Beyonce.
we're going career accolades. Maybe she is. But
Go ahead and
we're
tweet
going
at Fentress
active.
and see what happens. He
Well-
once yelled at me for like 45 minutes straight for I was sitting there. He was talking about Beyonce, and I was like, "Don't you think Madonna?" And I made the mistake. I brought up Madonna.
How dare you?
He went right at me. Shakira, international star. Madonna, as big as it gets, and then BTS is. Remember, this isn't for American audiences. This is
Yeah, the world.
the world.
So he thinks Beyonce is the greatest
He
female.
doesn't think he knows
is the greatest female
artist of all time,
artist ever,
and he will get very angry if you suggest anyone else.
and he has stats probably.
Well, actually, no, because Madonna has better numbers than her in everything, but he will claim in that aspect it's irrelevant. Because Madonna has sold more albums, and then he says, well, that was back in a time when you can sell albums, and so, yeah. I brought up the fact that Beyonce doesn't play an instrument or write any of her music and is just kind of
Right.
all pre-produced,
Yeah.
and he got very angry.
She's hot.
Yeah, she's
She can sing.
a great performer,
Yeah, great
but
on stage.
yeah, she can't write
Isn't
any.
Taylor Swift way bigger than Beyonce?
Again, tweet at him, see what happens.
I don't tweet.
Well,
I'm not a tweeter.
and I'm also telling you, don't bring up any of the Michael Jackson weird stuff.
I retired.
Also gets very angry at that.
Yeah, maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I don't think you did retire from tweeting.
No, so Steven leaves his Twitter
Yeah.
up while we're taping something in the other room every Friday, and I always tweet for him.
Yeah.
Today I tweeted a very simple drop. Are you ready?
Yeah.
He didn't like it. He reported me to HR. I just tweeted this.
That was it.
Yeah,
I kept it though.
yeah. And the other day I tweeted, I like to eat placentas.
Yeah, I did delete that. I thought I was legit hacked at that one.
Well, years ago when Dusty was just our
Yeah, he brought this up.
yeah.
I don't remember
Yeah,
this.
he told me to F off and said, "Way to join the team."
Yeah.
Yeah, he's HR. Good luck with that.
Yeah, Dusty was a young whippersnapper, and he left his computer open, and I proceeded to send out a series of look, they weren't R-rated, but they weren't PG-13 either, and it was a series of increasing erotic male photos, and it was just one after another, and Dusty was not thrilled about it. I may have sat there for about 30 minutes and just sent them from his computer until I believe he got hold of it and changed the password.
Well, no, he claims that we changed his password.
Yeah, he claimed
No.
you guys went in,
No.
changed
That's what
his
he
password
said.
without
No.
knowing, and then
No.
shut off the Twitter, so he
Yeah.
couldn't get back in.
So he couldn't get back in.
No, that's a
which is a great.
that is a
it's good one.
crock because we used to have a bullpen like where we do our show prep, and he just left his computer open one day, and he had left, and I went back and noticed that it was up and Twitter was up. What am I gonna do? Not send out erotic male photos? I beg to differ. Some of the responses were great too. Because back then, like, he didn't have a big following or anything. He was pretty new. I thought it was well played.
My sources are telling me, do you know who the record athlete for purchases at the Nike employee store is? Like, apparently it's stuff
You have sources?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he worked at Nike for years, so
yeah,
he knows.
He would know. Because they don't
'Cause
pay
they
for it;
do-
it's part of their contract.
Well, yeah, right. I think so.
Most guys,
But what they do is they shut down the employee store. They take all the public out of there.
Yeah.
And then they just let them stroll through and fill up carts.
yeah. So I know a handful of guys that were Nike athletes, and depending on what your contract is, you get so much per year, and then you can either go to the employee store and do it, or you just get a catalog and it's shipped to you. So for some of those big guys, they probably have $500,000 or $1 million worth of money that has to be spent, so they can just do whatever you want.
He says that the elite athlete at the Nike employee store purchase record belongs to the great Andre Agassi,
Really?
who wheeled out 18 carts full of Nike goodness on that fateful
I'm guessing not for himself.
day. I
And
don't know.
Agassi was mystery.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was a big deal. I mean, he wasn't Beyonce, but he was a big deal.
Someone else suggesting perhaps Caitlin Clark is at the sports bra right now,
Ooh,
pounding Jello shots.
it could be. Not, she wouldn't put that in her body.
She
What
might.
what if Caitlin Clark's just a rabid drunk?
Why is that so funny?
I don't know. This could be great. You imagine stumbling across Caitlin Clark and she's just housed in like smoking Marlboro Reds.
What's up?
She's like,
I'm
"Hey."
gonna take your fire out tomorrow.
I don't know why, but that would
Bitch.
make her more likable to me.
All right. Well, there is. What is that? We'll get to that. But that's Multnomah Mac.
There you go.
There you go. Thank you. Coming up next, it's time for the College Football Points Gobbler, the Big Ten Billionaires Club.
From the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, NCAA Tournament men's baseball. Washington State took out Oregon State in the Eugene Regional today, 3-2. Now Wazoo will take on the winner of Oregon and Yale, while Oregon State will take on the loser, Oregon-Yale, due to a first pitch right around 5 o'clock. Orlando Magic finalizing a deal to hire Spurs associate head coach Sean Sweeney. Sweeney will finish the remainder of the postseason with the Spurs. Speaking of the Spurs, they have a Game 7 against the Thunder tomorrow. On Saturday, it'll be a 5 p.m. tip. For Oklahoma City, Jalen Williams already ruled out of Game 7. Knicks center Mitchell Robinson, he plans to play in Game 1 of the finals while wearing a brace on his hand after he underwent surgery on his broken right pinky finger. Brendan Sorsby, the Texas Tech quarterback, placed at least 40 bets involving Indiana football while he was a quarterback for the Hoosiers. He also used sportsbook accounts registered to family members and friends to wager approximately $90,000 over 4 years while continuing to gamble after he transferred to Cincinnati and to Texas Tech, according to court documents. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
All right, welcome back. Hope you're having a nice little Friday.
True story.
A little rain today.
Yeah. Then you get that guy. Oh, we needed it.
Yeah, you always get that guy. You know who that is at my house?
Who?
My wife.
Yeah.
Oh, we needed
Well,
it.
we needed it.
But you know what? We kind of did.
Yeah. Turn off the sprinklers for a day.
Now to the college football points gobbler. I will repeat a story that Steven just told you about real quick. Brendan Sorsby, they're now saying, placed at least 40 bets involving Indiana football while being a quarterback for Indiana football.
Hey, he just wanted to feel like he was part of the team.
They said he bet approximately $90,000 over 4 years.
Yikes.
But hey, he should be eligible, though.
But that's way more than we were led to believe, right?
Yeah, we were led to believe it was just like $1 and
little
$2
small
Yeah.
bets. Yeah.
If they're saying, if I'm reading this correctly, 40 bets, maybe that's just the Indiana portion of his bets.
Could be.
But if it's 40 bets and $90,000, that's a couple grand a game.
No, it's 40 bets involving Indiana.
Yeah,
while he was
only
on
Indiana.
them. Right. But
everything else he bet.
But he had given accounts to like family members and stuff as well. And
Yeah,
information to family members.
And now they're saying he continued to, shockingly, he continued to gamble after transferring from Cincinnati to Texas Tech.
Well, now he's been to rehab, so he's completely fixed now. So, welcome to the NFL.
Who is fixed less, Tiger Woods or Brendan Sorsby?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm going to say Tiger, because Tiger's been at the pills for a long time. Sorsby's only been gambling for a little bit. And while gambling is a compulsion, Tiger's literally addicted to, he's got a physical addiction to opiates. So
and crashing cars.
Yeah. At least he doesn't ride motorcycles. Imagine if Tiger was on two wheels. My God. At least he's got the sense to get behind, and not little cars either. He's driving big SUVs. So, hey, let's give Tiger some credit. When he gets behind the wheel and he's all pilled out, large SUVs. He's being smart. He's thinking about it.
So Brendan Sorsby should get on pills. Tiger Woods should become a sports bettor.
Well, I will tell you what, if Sorsby had been on pills, he'd be allowed to make $5 million and compete. You can be on as many pills as you want.
Yeah, they don't care about that.
Football actually kind of encourages it, to be honest with you. Take as much as you want. That's
steroids, pills, it's all the same. It's all good.
Yeah, it's just called being tough. What are you talking about?
Wanting to win.
So this is a little old, but I wanted to disseminate it to the people here today on the Gobbler.
Oh, well, I thought you were talking about the Texas Tech stuff.
What?
You haven't seen the Texas Tech stuff? It's the best thing going in college football.
Well, what are you talking about?
So obviously Texas Tech needs a quarterback because Sorsby has been booted.
Yeah.
And so they've got their guy, the backup last year, but he went under ACL surgery, but they think he can be ready to go week 1.
Okay.
Well, remember Sark, who stuck his fat foot in his mouth and did the whole our 2s and 3s could win the Big 12.
Yes.
Well, Joey McGuire, who's the coach of Texas Tech, did not like that. So he said, cool, you seeming to have no problem playing anyone in the Big 12 with your 2s and 3s. He goes, prove it. So Cody Campbell, who is the billionaire, that's the Texas Tech booster, he called, it's like Abilene something and
Texas State.
Texas State. That's who's playing Texas Tech and Texas week 1. And Cody Campbell said, cool, I will buy out those 2 games. I will pay my own personal pocket and we'll go play in Jerry's World. And we'll play Texas week 1. He goes, if we're so easy to beat with your 2s and 3s, and McGuire did it. He like, this is a real thing. And Texas Tech is calling it, saying, like, come do it. We will buy out whatever game you want, and we will play you. And they're like, you can come to our place, we'll go to yours, or better yet, let's just go to Jerry's. And I guess Jerry Jones is about it.
What is that?
So, like, this whole Sark running his mouth has now been called to the carpet by Texas Tech.
Well, I tell you what, that's great.
It would, if they played that and Texas lost, it would be the greatest moment in modern college football.
I had not seen that. I think they need to do that, but there's no chance that they will.
No.
Because Texas already plays
Ohio State. Yes.
So they're not going to play 2 top 10
But
teams.
according to Sark, he can beat Texas Tech with his 2s and 3s.
That's a good bit, though.
And McGuire was like, cool, come prove it.
I like that Tech.
Go Ducks.
I like that Tech is that's a no-lose proposition.
Yes.
By them, because they know Texas won't really do it.
Nope.
But then if they do, they're like, all right,
cool,
let's play.
And by the way, Texas Tech is risking the same thing. I mean, supposedly, according to Sark, it's a guaranteed win. So Texas Tech is putting a loss on their record. They don't have a quarterback right now. And I love that McGuire and Cody Campbell. He's just like, cool. Dan Campbell
of the Lions.
Cody Campbell was like, I will personally write the check. And he's friends with Jerry Jones. He's like, I'll set the game up. And by the way, you can do it. BYU and Coastal Carolina set up a game in 10 days.
Yeah.
We got a couple months to do this.
Well, it's not going to happen. And by the way, if I'm defending Sark, or if Sark were sitting here, he'd be like, well, guys, I didn't say I'd beat Texas Tech. I just said we'd win. Didn't he say we'd win the Big 12?
We'd win the Big 12 with our 2s and 3s.
Yeah, it doesn't mean we wouldn't lose a game. They're a tough team. I have a lot of respect for them.
Sark. He is quickly becoming my new Dabo. I didn't think anyone in college football could have rubbed me the wrong way quite like Dabo, but Sark is quickly climbing my ladder.
We were interviewing Sark at the Pac-12 media days that we used to go to back in the day.
Yeah.
And he was always really nice to us
Yes.
and really congenial and kind of seemed like pretty cool, laid-back guy.
Yeah.
Texas has done a number on him. Mm-hmm. He is now super cocky.
Yes.
I wonder, I don't know, maybe I guess if you became coach at Texas, you'd be the same way, but...
Yeah, it's like you just get too big for your britches.
Yeah. So you can do whatever you want, say whatever you want.
Yeah.
He's in a bubble.
Well, he's
in a bubble now.
Well, and he did that whole thing
Texas bubble.
Where the guy, the worker was like, hey, you can't come out yet, we're waiting, and he put his arm out, and Sark freaked out and was like, don't touch me, bro. He thinks because he's the coach of Texas, and you've won exactly jack squat, Sark, that he thinks that, he's got this new tough guy. He's got a new tough guy persona. He's like that little yappy dog that now has like a big backing behind him and now just wants to go around and make a bunch of noise.
I think he sees what kind of traffic Lane Kiffin creates by making... I think he's just trying to stay in the news, you know?
Could be.
Like those guys know. They get clicks. The kids are all over social media. They're on social media, and that's good for them.
He's just not as good a troll as Lane Kiffin is.
Exactly. No. Yeah, Kiffin is a grade A king troll.
He's awesome.
And he's really good at it. And he goes viral pretty much every time he says something. I think that's what Sark's trying to do.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't do a very good job at it. He comes across as a giant douchebag.
So the 2025 season marked the first full season of the Big Ten's big media deals across Fox, NBC, and CBS. And, you know, SEC football is winning the ratings war. People are still watching the SEC way more than the Big Ten. But the Big Ten is winning. Well, they're winning on the field. They've won the last 3 championships.
Yes.
But also winning in the bank account wars. Because
they have always had the biggest TV deals.
the conference announced a record haul of $1.37 billion to distribute to schools in the first year of their new media deal.
That's
$76 million to each of the 18 members. Now, again, Oregon, I think, is still taking less.
Oregon and Washington both get half shares.
Yeah.
USC and UCLA get full shares because they were the first on board. But even at half shares, Oregon and UW are still pocketing way more money than they ever did in the Pac-12.
For those people crying poor about college football,
Cignetti, by the way, cried poor today.
Please understand that this new figure is basically a $500 million increase year over year.
Yeah.
That is a 1 year increase of $490 million.
This is why that stupid bill that Ted Cruz and Cody Campbell were trying to float out there. This is another reason why it's ridiculous. Basically, they're saying that the Big Ten and the SEC are making too much money, and so it needs to be evenly distributed. Yeah, it's not going to happen. The Big Ten and the SEC aren't going to be like, you know what, we do make a lot of money, so let's give some of it to the ACC and the Big 12. Yeah, no. And the Big Ten's deal keeps going up. They said by the end of this deal, the Big Ten's going to be putting out $90 million to teams. And even though the SEC has been the powerhouse for years, the Big Ten was the first college football network, and the Big Ten has always been at the cutting edge. They have always, that is the richest conference. And now their football is starting to back it up because they've won 3 straight national championships with 3 different teams.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the private equity thing, because I was sitting there thinking like,
no one in the Big 12 is taking it, by the way.
Nothing's going to change. But I think, well, Utah did.
No.
I thought they did.
No.
They were the first ones to do the private equity deal.
Well, they may have done their own. The Redbird Capital, I'll have to look into that. Redbird Capital offered the private equity deal to everyone in the Big 12, and as of right now, no one has taken it.
Yeah, Utah did a $500 million private equity partnership.
Okay, so they did their own.
Yeah,
but
it's Otro Capital from New York.
So the Big 12 was offered by, I think it was Redbird, to everybody, and not a single team has taken it.
Well, Redbird, I think, is the one that wants to control everything. I think they're going to be better off doing their own deal where they can negotiate terms on their own, like of what you're giving up to get that money.
Yeah.
So I feel like the Redbird thing, those guys are the ones that came in and said, we want to run college football. Well, okay, that it's going to come at too big of a price for the teams to get that money. But $500 million is, that's the answer. I hate to say it, but borrowing is the answer.
Yeah.
The private equity deals are going to start happening. They already started. Utah did it. I'm sure other schools have already done it.
I know Boise was kicking the tires on it, but I don't know if
it's going to happen.
Finished theirs.
This is how it's going to be done.
Although the Big Ten and the SEC doesn't need it right now.
No, those guys don't.
But the other schools do.
The Big Ten, by the way, is still talking about it, even though they're distributing $1.37 billion.
Yeah. Well, Cignetti came out today and said that something has to change because I believe he said teams are now up to $40 million rosters and something has to change, which is still kind of laughable when you consider the fact that this is the second most popular sport in America, and a $40 million roster in the terms of football is laughably small. Like, you think about the budget for all the professional teams, but we don't want to view this as professional.
Why does he say that?
He just said, no.
Again, he said it's a $40 million roster.
Yes.
Or some
He said some
million.
are at $40 million rosters.
They're getting $76 million just in a year from their media deal.
Well, I think the problem that he's claiming is you have to fund all the other sports. So it'd be one thing if you were just funding football, but you're not. You're funding everything else.
Well, just right there is $36 million to fund the other sports.
That is true. But then you get into college, and then you get into basketball, NIL, and all that.
Well, I know, but you also have other revenue streams. So
everyone loves to cry poor.
God,
but
Jed Fish gets me hot.
But I would like to point out that in every deal that gets proposed to quote fix college sports, there isn't one thing that limits the pay on anybody but athletes. Not a limit to what the conferences can make, not a limit to what coaches can make, ADs, staff, none of that. The only thing is player salaries. It's the only thing that gets limited.
All right, there's your gobbler. Thank you very much. College football every day at 4, bitch. How you feel about that?
You like that?
You like that? We were ready for In the News, I think, aren't we?
I believe we are. Well, we have to take a break for probably 30 seconds, and then we'll be ready for In the News.
You're going to love this next break.
Oh,
do you think they...
Buckle up.
Did they sell one spot?
I got. I'm guessing by the look.
I wouldn't leave your
Yeah,
spot
don't
there.
go pee. Don't go pee. Just hang tight.
I don't have to. Thankfully, I don't have to.
I do.
Well,
You want me to run the board?
you better Rick.
Yeah, you want to run the update?
You
Yeah.
better Rick
Ooh,
Riz
return
the
of
hell
Rob
out
the
of that.
updater.
Yeah, I used to do that.
Yeah,
I
Rob
know.
was an update man.
I was told you're the best of all time.
Best ever.
Award winning.
No one's ever seen an update guy like me.
Second best.
Sorry, yeah.
know.
Second best.
Second best.
I'm number one.
Nah.
Take that to Twitter, Fentress.
Look at
Yeah,
you.
what does Fentress think about that?
Please tweet at Aaron Fendress and tell him that you are the greatest update guy of all time.
We have floating home news, and hunting and fishing should be criminal, says one group. That coming up next on The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on The Fan, Eugene Regional in the NCAA tournament for baseball. Washington State took out Oregon State 3-2. Down in Eugene now, Wazoo will take on the winner of Oregon and Yale. That game first pitch right around 5 p.m. Loser will face off against Oregon State. Orlando Magic, they are finalizing a deal to hire Spurs associate head coach Sean Sweeney to be their new head coach. Sweeney will finish the remainder of the postseason with the Spurs, though, and that postseason could end tomorrow, may continue, but Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals is Saturday. That's going to tip off right around 5 o'clock. For the Thunder, Jalen Williams already ruled out with that hamstring injury. Knicks center Mitchell Robinson, he plans to play in Game 1 of the NBA Finals while wearing a brace on his hand after he underwent surgery on his broken right pinky finger. Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby, according to documents today, placed at least 40 bets involving Indiana football when he was a member of the Indiana football team. He also continued to gamble after transferring to Cincinnati and then to Texas Tech. And in the NHL, Hurricanes and Tom Dundon look to close out the Eastern Conference Finals as they take on the Canadiens. Hurricanes up 3-1 in that series. About a 5 p.m. puck drop in that one as well. I'm Stephen Vaughn from George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
Yeah, that was pretty short. He even threw in a promo there for the morning show.
Tried to make my update a little longer, too.
Stretch.
That's it.
God, man.
Otani-san. He used to play drops for a couple minutes.
We just listen to the song. It's great.
Oh, Otani-san.
You like the oldies?
Love the oldies.
Do you?
I do.
You and my wife would get along. She loves them too.
They're so good, dude.
I have to be in a certain mood for the oldies.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't mind them. I like some of the old doo-wop stuff. That can get me every now and then. But
The fact that these stuff came out in like the 50s and 60s and it's still relevant today, like 60 years old, it's just test of time.
yeah.
Were you mad when the old oldies radio stations went away?
Yeah, dude, I listen to the oldies all the time with my mom in the car. Like, that's one of my memories growing up.
Tell you what, working in radio for as long as we have, we used to have an oldie station. We had oldies.
Yeah, that was the old Scott Tom. What was that on?
What was that called? It was a huge station.
Yeah.
And they kicked it to the curb.
Mm-hmm.
This was maybe the early 2000s. Was it Kissin'?
Yeah, Kissin'.
Yeah,
Wasn't
Kissin'
it?
Yeah,
FM.
Kissin' FM. Yeah, that was the oldies station.
The oldies. Huge station.
Is that what flipped to Charlie?
Yeah, 97.1. Kissin'
Yeah,
FM.
97 F1. Yeah, that
yeah,
was the
so
oldies
they went.
station.
Yeah, when they
we
flipped
went
to Charlie, I mean, it was pandemonium at the front desk.
Yeah.
I remember that.
People love the
People
oldies.
calling in, "Where's my oldies?"
Yeah.
It was a huge deal that when that station went away
Yeah.
because oldies were just, well, no one was really listening anymore. You know?
But they're awesome.
Well, that's now like when you listen to classic rock. Like when I think of classic rock, I think of Zeppelin, Bob Seger. But you listen to classic rock stations now, and it's like Guns N' Roses and Metallica, Bon Jovi, and you're like,
Limp Bizkit for me.
yeah. Classic has a real, it's weird when something goes from old to classic.
That was 2005.
That went away.
Yeah.
I remember the great Scott Tom.
Kissin' flipped to Charlie FM at 2 p.m. April 21, 2005.
Mm-hmm.
Where were you in? And then Amy at the front desk.
Yeah.
If it was at 2 p.m., she had 3 hours of answering nonstop angry phone calls.
Angry people.
Yeah, call Scott Tom.
I don't know what Scott Tom's up to.
Yeah, who knows? That old guy.
That old
I think I worked with them back in the day.
Scott Tom was around for a long time.
I think he's still around. I think he does like the casino, like get on the mic and hey, you're the winner of the 1995.
The MC
Yeah,
at the
I
Yes.
can
casino.
see that.
Yes,
Yes.
I think that's what he does.
I could 100% see that.
Well, we've managed to kill the time that was extra.
And now we are
And now
on
we're
to
on
IT.
time.
Yes.
Thanks a lot, sales. It is May 29, 2026. It's time now for In the News. I am your noted newsman. Hello. It is nice to have you here. And I mean that.
Well, thank you. I would appreciate that.
It's brought to you by the Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com. Today, National Biscuit Day.
Love a good biscuit. Get a little butter, a little honey. Don't eat them very often, but man, those are good.
Yeah, I like biscuits too.
Good buttermilk biscuit. Sir Mix-a-Lot style.
It is also end of the Middle Ages Day.
Oh. Did anyone like the Middle Ages? I don't think anything good happened in the Middle Ages.
Well, I think the people who ruled, but even they got beheaded, didn't they?
Yeah. Nothing good happened in the Middle Ages.
Seems like not a great time to live.
No. If you have to, I've
It
always
was
said
wild.
you never go back, always go forward. But if you had to go back, that might be the worst of times to end up in the Middle Ages. Hence the whole Dark Ages thing. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, many historians consider May 29, 1453 to be the date on which the Middle Ages ended. It was on this date that Constantinople fell to the Ottoman Empire
Bunch of footstools.
after being under siege for almost 2 months. While the fall of the capital, would it be the Byzantine?
Yes, the Byzantine.
Byzantine Empire ended as well. Following the fall, Byzantine scholars left Constantinople and Greek culture began being studied outside of the area of the old empire. Learning based on classical Greek sources was revived, and it helped bring on the Renaissance and thus ended the Middle Ages.
So the best thing about the Middle Ages is that it ended and brought on the Renaissance. I looked up AI, and it says the biggest thing, the most important thing to happen, think about that's a long period of time, was the invention of the movable printing press. That's the number one thing that happened. The Middle Ages sucked.
That happened? When did that happen?
That happened in 1430.
Really?
It is widely considered to be the best thing to happen in the Middle Ages. Johann Gutenberg, he in the inventions of the movable type printing press. That's the number one thing.
Well, I do think that, like, ancient Greece and Rome, they get glorified, you know?
Sure.
Like, I mean, there's a lot of, you know, obviously the history and
Yeah.
it gets written about a lot. But why? I mean, why? You know? Like, it wasn't, like, would you want to live in that time?
Well, no, but the problem is that after that came the Middle Ages, and we destroyed everything good that they did. Like, the Christians came in and we burned, like, a library that had every record of human history in it.
Thanks a lot, Obama.
We didn't, like, so... we had things going pretty good, and then we kind of came in and we're like, nah, we're going to roll it back. We don't like... Started, like,
we suck again.
Burning everything. We started kicking over statues, and we're like, we can't have this. It took us a while to get out of it. You don't want to be in the Middle Ages.
What if you could be the most powerful person in the world?
I do not.
But
no.
You were in the Middle Ages.
I will tell you right now, under no circumstances would I want to be the most powerful person on the planet. I don't even want to be in charge of...
You'd be up there with your goblets and your whores.
No. Well, that's kind of cool, but you don't know. It's not good. I should be in charge of nothing. I don't even want to be in charge. I don't want to be like the boss here. I do not want to be in charge of people at all, let alone put me in charge of the world. Yeah. What could possibly go wrong?
You know, the biggest defining moment, you mentioned the press as the greatest invention or greatest thing that happened during the Middle Ages.
Yes.
We had the bubonic plague that only killed
half the population, right?
About 30%.
Cool.
Of Europe, anyway.
Yeah. Again, don't go there. It's awful. Nothing good. And the thing is, like, we had all the technology for it to not be like that, and we destroyed it all and decided to go backwards. Like, they figured out, like, they had plumbing systems and irrigation, and they're like, nah, get rid of all that. Just go back to disease spreading everywhere. Cool.
Do you know what the Criterion Mobile Closet is?
Criterion Mobile Closet?
You being a movie guy?
Criterion Mobile Closet? No, not off the top of my head.
It's a traveling truck. I was just reading about it. And apparently it drew lines around the block because it stopped in Portland this last week. It docked in downtown Portland Friday morning, just today, bringing with it a commendable DVD collection and growing crowd of cinephiles.
Okay.
The traveling version of esteemed film distributor, the Criterion Collection, the Closet, offers film buffs a brief chance to browse wall-to-wall discs and record their own versions of the popular celebrity Criterion Closet Picks video series. So I guess you go in there and they have all the movies, DVDs.
Okay.
And so you just take pictures in there because you're a buff.
So it's just like going to a Blockbuster video.
Yeah, except kind of a cooler photo backdrop, you know. Okay. So each group gets 3 minutes in the truck, and you get a Polaroid taken by a Criterion staff member, and up to 3 items for 40% off.
Boy, this seems very, very hipster. This is...
Yeah.
Do you ride your fixed-geared bicycle? Possibly by wearing a top hat with goggles. Is that also a requirement to go into this mobile DVD trailer home?
3 minutes. For 3 minutes. It's a thing.
Yeah, I'm
surprised you didn't know about that.
What?
Well, you're a big movie guy.
I am a big movie guy, but you know what? I don't want a Polaroid of me in front of a bunch of movies. That seems... And then I get to buy DVDs that I'll never watch.
What is that?
I'm all right. I have a DVD. If anyone wants a DVD collection, I probably have 200, and I have not watched a single one in probably 15 years. Can I donate my Blu-ray collection to this?
So you didn't.
This place?
So apparently it will be open tomorrow 11 to 7 and Sunday 10 to 3. And if you're planning to visit, they say arrive early but not too early because the line is very long.
Oh my God.
And be prepared to make friends because everybody wants to just talk about it. So yeah, it's
just a gathering place to talk about
It's just
movies.
A photo. Yeah, it's a photo op. It's like a famous... You stroll through there, you look through the movies, and then you take your picture and you leave. And it's in Portland.
Okay, well, I mean, you know what it is for those? It's putting a little whimsy in your life, and I say good for you.
I think there is a drop for your commentary on this.
Yeah.
And it is
Okay.
that.
Yeah, it's about right. But I get it if you want to talk to other movie buffs. You know. About Kurosawa's earlier works and the lighting behind it.
Nah.
More power to you.
An update on the Longview chemical explosion. We now have the official death toll is at 8, as they have found 6 of the 9 that were missing. 3 more are still missing.
Yeah. So as we stated before, the death toll will be 11. There's a guy,
if not more.
If not more. Dale Miller is missing, and it like his family's like putting up like missing flyer posters of him, and he's got a fish. And look,
do you think he took the opportunity to run?
That's the only thing that I'm like. I mean, look, I can't even imagine what's that like. But and they said that we're doing everything we can to get in touch with him. Like, what is that even? You're trying to get in touch with him. He's at the bottom of the tank. Like, I guess that's just a weird grief thing, but yeah, he was a millwright, and he'd only been there for like a couple months, and he was there, and his family is still looking for help trying to find him out there. But I guess that would be the only thing, is if he is literally using this to hide he's faking his death. Other than that, I feel so bad for that family, but
all the families.
Yes.
That was a rough one.
But that level of whatever you like, non-acceptance of something, I can't imagine what that's.
I won't read it here, but they have the transcripts of the 911 calls from that, and it's something.
Yeah. I have a friend of mine who's a longshoreman that lives up there, and like people were saying that you can smell like all through that area now. It just stinks. Like you can smell it, and they're telling you to stay away from the water, and it's just all bad, man. That is such a horrible thing.
8 floating homes were damaged or destroyed in a fire this morning at the Pier West community in North Portland.
Yeah, I saw the photos of that too.
Very intense.
Yeah, you would think that like being on the river, you'd be.
Do you think anybody had to just jump in?
I mean, yeah, I guess you could at least paddle away, right?
Or swim.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying. I was thinking more of like when I say paddle,
dog paddle.
I always think of like kind of a dog paddle. But yeah, you could hop on the kayak, paddle yourself away.
Yeah, Portland Fire, and I don't mean our Portland Fire.
No.
They said their firefighters faced several challenges while battling these flames, including having to wear additional equipment. They're required to wear flotation devices as well. Safety rules,
Yeah.
No injuries reported. 2 residents were rescued by the first truck that arrived. The cause of the fire not yet identified.
Of all the buildings you think you could escape a fire, wouldn't the floating home be number one? You're literally surrounded by water.
Yeah. A dive off of the roof even. Is.
Yeah, you're good to go.
Well, I mean, there could be some shallow parts, but not. It can't be that shallow.
It's a floating home. Yeah.
Cannonball.
Yeah, tuck and roll, man. You're good. You got this.
So there's that story. Do you want to make hunting and fishing criminal? Because Stevie Woke does.
Well, I thought that the DVD bus, whatever, was the most hipster Portland thing ever, but this one takes the cake.
I have an update on that. Coming up next on The Fan. All right, welcome back. This is In the News for May 29?
Yeah.
May 29, 2026. Hey, Monday will be June 1st.
I know, right? It's going way too fast.
Supporters of an effort to criminalize the killing of animals for food in Oregon are one step closer in getting a measure on the ballot
Cool.
this November.
Good luck with that, dumbasses. Why do people waste their time?
Initiative Petition 28 would make it illegal to injure or kill animals and would effectively ban hunting, fishing, and the breeding of animals.
The breeding of animals. You're so dumb.
Those guys are total losers.
Supporters have been collecting signatures for this since 2024.
Cool.
And this past week, they reached the number necessary to make it onto the ballot, but it is not official yet, as the Secretary of State's office still needs to verify the signatures.
I would love to sit down and talk with the person in charge of this and ask them, how much, you said since 2024?
Yeah.
So you have wasted 2 years of your life doing something that is pathetic, sad, and in no way makes an impact on anything. Don't you have better things to do with your life? Anything at all? Like go bird watching, or I don't know, get into crocheting, figure something out, watch a movie, go to that DVD bus place. You're literally spending your time. You might as well just go piss in the ocean because it's just as productive.
I just would, my head keeps going to like if they, and that would never pass in a million years.
Anywhere.
But
You go to the most liberal place on earth.
well,
maybe Portland.
you are in Oregon.
And
But
good luck.
if they pass that, like I just think about enforcement. Like how on earth are you going to enforce that?
So again,
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I would love to sit down with someone and be like, so all the jobs that were lost in Fish and Game, all the revenue that's generated from all those people, all the animal
Yeah.
management that goes on,
That's a lot of dough.
all of that just gone. Like all the conservation efforts, it's gone. By the way, like all the food, the prices, like the skyrocket. Like, are you so dumb that you have some sort of weird moral high ground that this is like? I would just love to hear someone's actual argument for this other than I want it. I don't like something, therefore I want it. These people are crazy. And the fact that anyone gives any sort of time for this, it's one of the reasons why liberal has become such an awful term. And like why people are embarrassed to say that they're liberals and has such a bad PR stance to it because of dumb crap like this.
There's a lot of stupid people in this country running things.
As opposed to liberal used to mean that you were a compassionate, rational, smart, well thought out
These people are crazy. There's something wrong with them.
individual.
How would you like your own island?
That'd be kind of cool.
Would you like to buy your own island?
No, because then I don't have any money to like.
I don't know. How about 3 islands?
Again, I don't like.
So this is in Oregon.
Yeah, I have to think about my power bill, let alone an island.
This is very real. They're going up for sale. 3 islands. Now this is 20 acres total.
Okay.
It is in the lower Umpqua River. And there will be an auction, and the public, such as yourself,
Sure.
can bid. There will be an auction by their owner, which is they're owned by a timber company named Roseburg Forest Products.
Okay.
And the minimum bid to get in, so you could raise your paddle,
What do we got?
$24,500.
Well, right now I'm struggling to come up with the funds to put a new roof and driveway in, and so I don't think I have an extra 24 grand. And then if I bought the island for 24 grand, what exactly am I doing with the island? Because I'm guessing there's no infrastructure.
Here's what they look like. Here, I'll show you a photo.
Yeah. Look, I'm not against owning Epstein Island.
So those are the 3 islands there. See that?
Not. Yeah, I see them.
Yeah.
Small islands.
Yeah, very small.
Yeah. It's cool.
On a river.
Is there a bridge?
No road. Nope.
So-
You'd have to boat out there. And I don't even know. I'm looking at. Well, yeah, there's no boat ramp or anything. Like, very remote.
Yeah.
There is a road on the other side. Looks like you could drop your boat in over there on the longer side.
Well, first off, I got to get a. Not only did I got to get a boat, And then I got to get something to tow the boat. I don't think my electrical vehicle will get it there. And where the hell is it's out in Roseburg somewhere?
Yeah, it looks like it's located south of the, Siuslaw National Forest?
Sure.
Lake Oswego.
Is it in Lake Oswego?
Is not in Lake
That
Oswego.
I might. You give me an island on Lake Oswego.
That's different.
So the islands range from 2 to 12 acres. They're zoned for estuary.
No.
Let me read about this here. Estuary
Sure.
conservation.
I'm guessing if you bought that island, that's what you're doing there. You're putting some sort of waterfowl that needs a place to hang out. I would just make dog. Can I make it Dog Island? Just take all the strays and let them run around out there.
Allowable uses may include water-dependent recreation and aquaculture.
Oh yeah, big into aquaculture. So I can't even live there.
The largest island has potential to accommodate a small seasonal cabin for a secluded fishing base camp.
Well, I can't fish because it's going to be illegal soon. I kind of like my idea of a dog Lord of the Flies. What if I took all the animal shelter dogs that were going to get killed, I get them on a barge, I ship them to Dog Island. I make sure there's food and water there, but then I just let nature take over. And, they just get to live as God or Buddha or Tom Cruise intended, and we just get a big free-for-all. I kind of if I had a bunch of money, you get me involved in that.
It says that the description notes for the auction say that 40 to 50 feet in elevation, a significant portion of each island could be impacted by high water.
Oh, yes. This sounds like $24,000. You're gonna have to give me $24,000 to have one of these islands.
Yeah, it doesn't look like you could do much here.
No, that's where we're at. If you give me $24,000, I will consider taking hold of one of these islands.
I would
run
too.
My Lord of the Flies dog situation.
If you gave me 24 G's, I'd take the islands.
Yeah.
I'd take that.
Yeah.
And then I'd probably take the 24 G's and build a small little, like it said, a little fishing cabin.
Yeah.
And then I'd set up a little come here and fish and hang out in a cool bar.
I would take the $24,000.
Is that a good idea?
I would take the $24,000 and I would put on a new roof and driveway at my house. And then
What would you do with your islands?
Well, nothing. It would just be my island.
Your badass islands in the Umpqua River.
I already told you, Dog Island.
Yeah, there's not enough room.
If there's anything left over from my driveway and roof, then the dog thing. Other than that, I'm all right.
I'm reading through here. Yeah, there's nothing more to report here. That's a terrible deal.
It is. Yeah. It's one of those things that, I bet you the cost of having that is so much more than anything you're actually going to do with it.
Or you could just pitch a tent on there and just live out there. You want to live off the grid?
No.
Well, I'm saying if you did.
Yeah, if you did.
Well, we talked about living in a crawl space. We're
That's
live
true.
Crawl space or island.
Or an island.
Valid point. But then the crawl space, I can go out and go to the grocery store. I can go to a movie. If I'm out in the freaking Umpqua, what the hell am I doing out there?
Well,
There's nothing cool happening.
Starting a fire. Maybe roasting some marshmallows.
You don't want, much like I said, you don't want me in charge of the world. You don't want me in charge of an island.
Drinking some bourbon.
You leave me to my own devices out there. Nothing good's happening.
Looking at the stars. Pondering life.
Hunting men. What?
Men?
Yeah, the most dangerous game. I saw that movie with Ice-T. Invite some street men out there. Next thing you know, bad stuff's happening.
So that's what happens when Suk's in charge.
Yeah, you don't want me in charge. I'm bored. I got nothing but time on my hand. I got this island. I'm open to suggestions. Getting wildly drunk out there on some sort of still that I'm making. And nothing good's happening.
Yeah, I think with you, the odds are we would just pull your body from the river eventually.
Exactly.
Because you got so drunk and fell in.
Probably.
And drowned.
I should not have that island.
This son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
And this last story is for our man, Stevie Milwaukee over there. He lives in Milwaukee. He loves Milwaukee. He's an Oak Grove guy.
He's an Oak Grove.
Big Oak
OG.
Grove.
OG, baby.
Yeah, OG Oak Grove. Dark Horse Comics founder Mike Richardson is planning to open a pop culture museum in downtown Milwaukee.
How about that?
Yeah. He says he's going to build it around comics, but it's also going to be around film, toys, and pop culture. He has a big sports collection, And he said that might go in there as they expand as well.
Dark Horse Comics is a big deal. I don't even read comics, and I know that.
Yeah, he lives here,
I did not know that.
I guess.
Yeah, it's been down in downtown Milwaukee forever. As long
What
as I
has?
know. Dark Horse Comics.
Dark Horse Comics?
Oh, yeah. He's talking about just putting a museum
No,
in.
I know. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's a huge deal, yeah.
Yeah, we'll showcase memorabilia Richardson has collected over decades working in comics, film, and television, including Pamela Anderson's costume from the film Barbed Wire.
How about that? I bet you that thing is tiny.
He has one of the masks from The Mask.
Oh,
That's kind of cool.
yeah, Jim
Okay.
Carrey style.
And he has stuff from The Alien. Or Alien.
The Alien?
Alien, the movie. The film franchise.
That's cool.
Not a movie, it's a
I'll tell you what, he puts in a museum there. Next time I'm in Milwaukee doing whatever it is I do in Milwaukee, don't ask. I'd swing by that place.
Doing a lot of things in Milwaukee.
Yeah, he says much of his collection is in a warehouse, but he plans to move a portion of it into the museum. It's going to be on Main Street, right across from that Freem Brewery that they have there now,
I'll tell
which
you
is
what,
a nice place.
That is a nice place.
Yeah.
That Freem Brewery is legit. The little downtown Milwaukee
yeah,
area,
they do a
Nice
good
little-
job.
it's a cool spot.
They do a
Good
good
little
job.
walk down there.
Good
I looked at a house
walk.
in Milwaukee like 6 to 8 months ago. We were kicking around the idea. I think I do well in Milwaukee.
Shout out to
You might-
Decibel.
You might run Milwaukee.
Well, I guess Steven hasn't been to Decibel. You'd be more likely to go to Decibel. You've been to Decibel yet?
I haven't.
But next time you're in Milwaukee, go to Decibel.
Go to Decibel?
Yeah, great bar, good cocktails. It's all built around their music. It's fantastic. He has not finalized a name. The working title for both the museum and nonprofit that will run it is Milwaukee Pop Culture Museum. How about that? You're getting your own pop culture museum, Steven.
I'll check it out. I'm there.
Yeah, the kids would like it.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
Seattle has a really good one. Have you ever been to their pop culture museum?
Isn't that Paul Allen's museum?
I think it is. It's pretty kick-ass.
Or was his the music?
Well, he's got a music one, but he may own that one up in Seattle. But their pop culture museum is awesome. I forget what it's called. It's
Isn't it just the Museum of Pop Culture?
is that what it's called? I thought it had a specific name to it. But it's badass. They have all kinds of cool stuff in there and a lot of stuff
The
involved.
Museum of Pop Culture.
Yeah. Okay. So it is. But they've got a bunch of stuff in the Seattle music scene. They've got Nirvana. They got a Nirvana exhibit and Soundgarden. And they've got a bunch of movie stuff in there too. It's really good. I think that's one of the more underappreciated cool things to do in Seattle.
And there's your In the News for May 29, Friday, May 29, 2026. We've got to move on because headlines are next, our horizontal tug, and then we've got Joey Harrington for his Friday visit here on The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Eugene Regional in the NCAA baseball tournament. Washington State took out Oregon State 3-2 earlier today. That means Wazoo will now take on the winner of Oregon and Yale. That game just about to happen right now. Loser will then face Oregon State tomorrow. Orlando Magic, they have found a new coach there, hiring Spurs associate head coach Sean Sweeney. Sweeney will finish the remainder of the postseason with the Spurs. The Spurs have a Game 7 against the Thunder tomorrow in Oklahoma City. That game will tip off around 5 o'clock. Jalen Williams of the Thunder already ruled out with that hamstring injury. Knicks center Mitchell Robinson, he plans to play in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. He will wear a brace on his hand after he underwent surgery on his broken right pinky finger. Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby, he placed at least 40 bets involving Indiana football while a quarterback on the Hoosiers roster. He also continued to gamble after transferring from Indiana to Cincinnati and from Cincinnati to Texas Tech, according to court documents. Carolina Hurricanes look to close out their series in the Eastern Conference Finals in the NHL against the Canadiens. Puck drop here, just a couple minutes. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Welcome back. Hope you're having a nice little Friday. We are your sportsmen. My name is Isaac. Hello. Big Six right over there.
Right here.
Stevie Fire on the controls. Got Joey Harrington here in about, I don't know, 20 minutes.
Give or take.
Topic today will be the Kyler Murray, J.J. McCarthy situation.
I don't know what you're talking about. Said it's great. Said it's just awesome.
Was he ever the J.J. McCarthy or Kyler Murray in a situation like that?
I bet you he went through some of that.
Yeah, I don't remember. When he was in Detroit, who was the quarterback when he got there?
I don't know.
It wasn't anybody good, obviously, but
Was that Scott? That was probably before that. I don't remember. I don't remember who the quarterback was. It wasn't anyone good. I don't think it was anyone good after him, but someone had to get brought in, and then he was a backup. So I don't think anyone in Miami or New Orleans. I don't think.
He backed up Mike Vick.
Yeah, I don't think Mike Vick or Drew Brees ever felt pressure that Joey was in the room. So I'm guessing he was the J.J. McCarthy of
the quarterback of the Lions the year before they drafted Joey Harrington, Charlie Batch. Him and Ty Detmer.
Oh, wow. Ty Detmer was there?
The little Mike McMahon thrown in there.
Well, if you're one of those three, I don't think you were you're like, man, I'm holding on to this job.
Yeah, you knew why Joey was drafted.
Yeah, you knew what's up.
You were out of there.
I will say most of the time in the NFL, you're not surprised by anything. Anytime I got cut, I was never like, oh, I can't believe I got cut. You know what's coming. You know when someone's coming to take your job. You know when you're being cut. They act like on Hard Knocks like it's some sort of surprise. It is not. You know what's going on. It's pretty transparent.
So we'll talk to quarterback Joey coming up at 5:30. We had history made today.
We did.
Sports. Yeah, we did.
What did we do?
Well.
Oh, is this back to tennis?
No. But that did, it's so funny. My head went to the same place. When I teased that, I was like, oh, we need to talk about the Djokovic thing.
Yeah.
Because he lost.
He went down today. So the only three people that anyone gives a crap about are all gone.
Yeah. Joker is out.
Yeah. This is some 19-year-old kid.
Yeah, he blew a 2-set lead. And guess what?
What?
Ben Shelton, the top American, he lost. There's nobody left in the tournament.
Does anyone want to win the French Open?
Well, it will be the first time in a long time somebody who wins the French Open will win a slam.
It'll be their first.
Yeah. Because all the past winners are out. Anyways, no, history was made in college baseball. Now we're getting to the dog days here because the finals for the Stanley Cup playoffs are almost set.
Yes. Carolina tonight can punch their ticket. They're up 3-1, and if they beat Montreal tonight, then they will face the Golden Knights.
And then the finals...
That game's probably starting right now.
For the NBA will start on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And after that, you're looking at baseball and our Portland Fire.
World Cup.
Well, yeah, then you get the World Cup that comes in, and then we've made it to football. So the World Cup's going to help us bridge the gap this year.
Yeah.
But it's slowing down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dog days of summer, man.
It's slowing down, man. So today, the college baseball regional started, and the first thing I have to tell you is that Oregon State lost to Washington State down in Eugene, 3-2. So
the Wazoo pitcher, complete game.
Yeah, he wasn't coming out of that game.
He only had one strikeout, but he pitched the whole game.
I feel like that's their only good pitcher, and they knew that. And so,
this is my first time watching them. Don't know.
Yeah, again, there's our hot Cougar analysis.
I couldn't tell you.
Well, anyway, they beat Oregon State. So the Cougs await the winner of Ducks Yale, which is about to get underway. And then the Beavers have to play the loser of Ducks Yale, or they are eliminated.
Yeah, double elimination. So it's nothing is over yet.
So the history that was made is that UCLA lost today.
Yeah.
And they are the number 1 overall seed in the college baseball tournament.
They're the one that eliminated Oregon State in the Big Ten tournament.
That team went
batsman.
They went 51-7.
That's quite good.
And they are the first team in the history of the college baseball tournament to be the number 1 overall seed and lose their opening game in their regional.
Yeah, so they're not out. Again, double elimination. They just lost the first game.
So they lost to St. Mary's 3-2. And UCLA went 0 for 15 with runners in scoring position.
Good Lord. When you talk about this all the time, remember when they had the one-game playoff for the wild card in baseball? Even 3 and 4 or 5 games, baseball's a weird thing. you get guys that just go quiet for one night, or you get a dominant pitcher, and weird things can happen.
Yeah, it sounds like UCLA's fighting some injuries. They don't have a lot of their key guys for some reason. But, so they face elimination in their next game, whoever the hell they play.
I also saw today, someone from like North Carolina broke their bat. I've never seen a metal bat break.
Well, aren't they composite now?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess that is like more of like a ceramic.
Yeah, I don't think they use the traditional metal bats.
Yeah, it does it still makes the ping. I don't know if I've ever seen a college bat break. Someone was tweeting it out, and I was like, oh, I'll be damned. Broke right in half.
Yeah, I want to say that maybe the bottom of it, it's like a hybrid.
Yeah.
I think part of it is wood composite, and then part of it is metal.
Really?
Yeah.
There's wood?
Yeah.
Again, college baseball bats are made of aluminum alloys and composite materials. Under NCAA rules, they're all non-wood bats.
Yeah, there's no
but
they're
no
composite.
They're
bats,
composite,
so they can break.
Yeah, but it's all metal composite. So, I don't know. I just have never seen that. Never seen one break.
Look at you. You call yourself a sports guy. You never even seen that?
Have you seen a metal bat break or a composite bat break?
Yeah. Yeah, I've used those bats.
And you've broken one with your manly swing?
Well, I'm pretty strong.
Yeah.
As you know.
Yeah.
And of course I was a pitcher, so I sawed some bitches off.
I just remember being a kid, and there was always that one bastard on your team, Adam Stokey, that had a really cool bat, and he wouldn't let anyone else use it. He'd break out like the natural, the Savoy special or whatever. You're like, oh man, cool composite bat. Can I use it? Not a chance. You had to use the bastard Easton B52 green piece of crap with like 3 dents in it. Meanwhile, that kid's got a $400 bat. Now everyone in the travel ball's got multiple bats.
Well, I mean, it's a bit like golf clubs. Like, did it really matter? You know?
No, dude, I sucked either way. Still didn't change the fact that I wanted to swing the cool bat.
You were up there whiffing no matter what.
Yeah.
Didn't matter what was in your hand. You could have had a freaking 2x4 in your hand.
Swinging an old piano
You're
leg.
missing.
I'd go to my parents, I'd be like, hey, can I got a new bat? And then like, yeah, we can go to Dick's. You can buy one out of the 1999 bin. Take the one that you think looks cool.
A couple of NBA notes. Spurs assistant Sean Sweeney. Now, he is pretty good. Hot shot, up-and-coming coach, because he's the one that's orchestrating the Spurs defensive effort against SGA, and,
yeah, doing a great job.
They're an excellent defensive team. He's been hired away from the Spurs. He's been hired by the Orlando Magic to be their head coach.
We still do not have a head coach.
Who's we? You.
The Fighting Dundons?
Not me. I tell you what, my team has a head coach, and let me tell you something. He might be the hottest damn coach in all of basketball. I'm talking about Tommy Shawarma. That's my guy. That guy is kicking some serious ass with my Portland Fire. I love the dude. He's over there smiling on the sideline. Yeah. Like, he's such a breath of fresh air.
There was a report today I saw by a sweet account with 7,000 followers. He's an NBA insider, though. Get this. The Portland Blazers job has been deemed undesirable by 2 coaches. 2 coaches. Well, that's unnamed.
Probably Alex Smorma.
I'm just saying.
He's like, I don't want that job.
I love the hot opinions. Someone tweeted it at me and went, defend this, Sook.
Yeah, idiot.
I did not, because Twitter, again, is not a real space, but I laughed when that got sent to me. 2 coaches find it undesirable.
Well, I would find it undesirable, too. They don't have any good players.
I'd take that job. You can pay me whatever you want.
Really? Anything? Well, would you take half of your salary right now to coach the Blazers?
Oh, half?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, your current salary.
Yeah.
You're quitting this job. You don't get this job back.
Oh, I don't get it back?
No. Well, I mean, I guess we'd probably hire you back. But maybe not.
No. Dude, I'd love it. I'd dominate the NBA. I just hire a bunch of kick-ass assistants. I'd be all about it. Let's go. I would just, I just go contact my guy Shawarma, and I would just do whatever he's doing.
Suckle at his teat.
I would suckle at his power teat. Tell you what, we'd be practicing in socks.
That guy's the man. And by the way, on the Portland Fire tip, I got an email from my guy, half Jewish Eric in Tigard, and he pointed this out.
What's the other half?
I don't know. I've never met him. But
I just was wondering, because if he's half Jewish Eric, is he also like half Eric? Like, I want to know what the other half is.
I'll ask him.
Yeah.
But he lives down in Tigard.
Okay.
And his kids go to Metzger Elementary. And he said
elementary.
they got an email out there today saying that the Portland Fire have donated 100 free tickets to tomorrow's game against Caitlin Clark and the Fever.
That's kick-ass.
The Rose is awesome.
Yeah, he's reporting that to me, and I'm reporting that to the people, that the Portland Fire are just handing out tickets for huge games to the kids.
I love it.
Is this the greatest thing to happen to Portland since
1977, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
Or
1977.
maybe the frog people down at the ice protest. That was kind of cool for a while. We got a lot of press out of that.
This is the greatest thing to happen to Portland since they refurbished the deer statue.
For like $6 million.
Or elk, or whatever it is.
It's an elk statue.
Elk.
Now, the Portland Fire are amazing, but we know there's one thing that they need to do, and that's give away cloaks. Capes, cloaks, that needs to be the next great giveaway. T-shirts are old news.
T-shirts were kind of silly.
They are kind of silly. Cloaks. We got fire cloaks. Let's go.
Yeah. They could start a trend.
They should. Wouldn't that be something? You show up to the fire pit and everyone's got a GD cape on? Come on.
So cool.
I'll tell you what, I've never put on a free t-shirt. That's not happening. I've never worn a free hat. I give that away. You give me a cape, guess who's wearing that bitch the entire game? And I'm swinging that thing Batman style. Let's go.
Do you think for intros they could put like little lights on the inside of the cape?
And then
everyone could spread out like Dracula?
I was thinking more like Buffalo Bill.
They turn the lights down. Yeah, of course you were. They turn the lights down and everyone spreads their cape, and how cool would that look?
Fire, give us a call. You've got the on-court stuff figured out with shawarma, but give us a call. We got ideas. Light up capes? Be like Macho Man Randy Savage in there. Maybe the Buffalo Bill thing might be a little edgy for the WNBA, but Macho Man, let's go.
Okay, the last thing is Knicks big man Mitchell Robinson. He had surgery on that broken finger, and they're saying he's going to play in game 1. He's just going to tape it up.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not really a shooter, so it doesn't really matter.
I saw Damian Woody, who is a great offensive lineman, and he does stuff for ESPN now. He was calling him out. He goes, "Can anyone tell me why this is even a deal?" He goes, "I broke my hand in training camp. I put a cast on it and played all year. This guy can't play with a finger."
Well, basketball, I mean,
I know.
It's a little different.
Come on, Damian. You gotta love tough football guy.
No kidding.
It's like, really, a finger? You can't play with a finger? Play with a broken hand.
Well, who was it that was yelling about? Was it Ric Flair was yelling about Luka? Not
yeah.
Football's football.
Luka's got a torn hamstring, and Ric Flair's like, "I wrestled with a torn hamstring for 18 years. Put a needle in it and go." I just thought of all the weird takes you get from ESPN people. Damian Woody, why can't you play with a broken finger? As if being an O lineman and a NBA center, two very similar things.
Well, there's your horizontal tug. So I don't think I have anything else to report to you guys.
We're all tugged out.
I'm tugged out. You tugged out? I'm tugged out.
I'm still thinking about
it makes me sad.
Cape that I need to get for the Fire game.
Well, that started because I told you I was watching the game the other night.
Three ladies had capes.
2 ladies.
Oh, I thought
had
it was 3.
Capes. No, 2, and they were featured dancing on the broadcast.
2 off, 2 on, 1 off, 2 on. I will tell you, if you're trying to get on the dance cam at the fire pit, I would think that a cape or cloak, one of those, I think that gets you featured.
You got to stand out.
Yeah. So I think we got some momentum here. We got to start, and now everyone's just making their own cape. Because really a cape, I mean, it's a sheet. Of all of the things that you could make, as far as articles of clothing, isn't the cape the easiest thing to make? Get a flour sack, get an old bed sheet, check with mom and dad first. You know, you put some glitter on that thing, maybe some puff glue, and next thing you know,
kind of silly.
Yeah, I'm with Dundon on this. T-shirts are silly, and they're so like last year. Let's move on to the cape.
T-shirts really are. You know, I never thought about that. They are silly.
Yes.
T-shirts are stupid.
I just don't want to waste money.
Me neither. Me neither, Tom.
And why people go crazy over them,
I don't know.
I'll never understand.
Couldn't tell you.
You're right. Let's up the ante. Capes.
Yeah.
Drape capes over each seat.
Now we've got something. Seriously, have you ever worn a free T-shirt in your life?
What is that?
Oh,
Ever.
Probably when I was a kid.
They're the worst. They're just the worst things ever.
Yeah, they don't fit right, and they're all itchy and bad material. Stupid logos on there. I don't want that crap.
Get off my porch.
I'm a man of style and substance.
And capes.
Do you think Paul McCartney wore the free T-shirt that he got at the NBA game?
I don't think so.
What if he shows up at a show with that?
He's
just wearing a
rolling around
Wells
in that
Fargo
thing.
T-shirt.
Oh, Paul. We're the $1 billion, but you love that free T-shirt.
All right.
I want to know what kind of T-shirt like Zuckerberg's wearing.
Well, he wears those black tees.
Yeah, he wears that black T. I'm guessing that's a really nice T-shirt.
What
though.
brand it is?
Yeah, right? Like, that's not a normal.
It's probably Hanes.
I don't think so. I don't think he's wearing the Hanes beefy tee. I'm going to look. I'll bet you that. I'm saying I'll go over under. That T-shirt, $100.
Oh, sure. Over.
Over? Yeah.
I'll take over. All right. Coming up next, it's time for our friend Joey Harrington. We talk quarterback relationships. We're going to start with the J.J. McCarthy, Kyler Murray situation. See what he says.
Boy.
How much?
Yeah.
$250.
$300 to $400.
Yeah. Yeah, those are nice T-shirts.
I was gonna say, like, I want a nice. I want a Zuckerberg shirt because I wear a lot of plain. I like the plain T-shirt. $300 to $400. I'm gonna stick with my Kohl's Sonoma super thread here.
Joey next.
Now.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Eugene Regional, the NCAA tournament, men's baseball started today. Washington State took out Oregon State 3-2 earlier in the day. That means Wazoo will take on the winner of Oregon and Yale. That game just underway. Bottom of the first is 0-0 between those two. Loser takes on Oregon State on Saturday. Orlando Magic, they are finalizing a deal to hire Spurs associate head coach Sean Sweeney. Sweeney will be the new Magic coach, but he will finish the remainder of the postseason on the Spurs bench. And the Spurs, they'll take on the Thunder in Game 7 of the Western Conference Final tomorrow. Tip-off around 5. Jalen Williams already ruled out for the Thunder. For the Knicks, who will be face the winner of that game in the NBA Finals, their center Mitchell Robinson plans to play in Game 1 of that Finals while wearing a brace on his hand after he underwent surgery on his broken right pinky finger. Texas Tech quarterback Brennan Sorsby, according to court documents that were filed today, placed at least 40 bets involving Indiana football while he was a quarterback for the Hoosiers. He also continued to gamble after transferring to Cincinnati and then to Texas Tech. Carolina Hurricanes taking on the Canadiens in the Eastern Conference Finals in the NHL playoffs. Right now, midway through the first period, still tied at 0. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Waking up on Monday and the coffee just can't quite wash away last night's 6-pack of hams. But Tuesday brings the promise of making things all right, but you still drive to work in your family's minivan. The doctor calls on Wednesday right before your flight to talk about your colorectal exam. Back to work on Thursday and your boss is all uptight 'cause you didn't push your best-selling brand. But now it's the Friday drive and it's story time. Yes, it's story time. The one time a week when you can truly plan to kick back and listen to story time. Yes, it's story time. We're pushing it out on every airwave we can. We're on both 105.1 and 1080 The Fan. Part of the Fan's Global Sports Radio Network.
All right, here is Jay Joseph Harrington, fresh off of him picking up his new golf clubs. How does it feel?
I would prefer my new moniker, which you gave me last week.
Yeah.
Graphite Joey.
There you go.
Thank you.
Carbon fiber Joey. I love it.
That's more of a that's a little too sleek. This is more accepting of middle age. Like carbon fiber feels a bit Porsche-esque.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Still trying to more kind of like midlife crisis-esque.
Yeah.
Graphite feels like I've accepted my lot in life, which is enjoying these middle years.
Love it.
I do. I think that's appropriate. Yeah, carbon fiber doesn't say old. Carbon fiber says, like you're
fancy.
Fancy. You're trying to be cutting edge.
Yeah, you're just Graphite Joey.
Yeah.
Well, like the abode. We just try to be welcoming and easy on the joints.
You know what? There is something about being just welcoming and easy on the joints. That's a great way to go through life. What's your philosophy? I try to be welcoming and easy on the joints.
There we go.
Yeah.
You
don't want edges. You don't want sharp edges the older you get. You got to sand some of those down.
They get sanded over time.
Yeah.
Life does that to you. We're
But those that end up with sharp edges, man, it's exhausting. I always look at those people. I'm like, are you ever tired of being edgy? Do you ever get tired of that? Like how many years?
It's hard being edgy.
Yeah.
And no, I don't. We are going to discuss Kyler Murray, J.J. McCarthy today. But first.
We are.
Yeah. I have a question for you first.
That's usually how this goes. Ready, fire.
What is the most quarterback thing about you off the field?
That's a good question.
Oh, I'm a planner.
You're a planner?
I am a planner.
And quarterbacking taught you that?
Oh, God. I am an organizer. I am a planner. I am, okay, well, if it's going to take, if we're going here, it's probably going to take us about 2 hours and 14 minutes. Factor in some traffic that could put us there at that time, which means if I'm going to walk from the place that we park, we're going to have to be there maybe 7 minutes. If it's uphill, maybe it's 9. I could make the reservation for this time, but we got to be out by, hour and a half if we're going to catch the show. But I'm probably going to want to have a drink or two before, so we got to be in there, and the line's going to be long. And so, let's see. Do we ever have clothes? Do I need to do laundry? Okay, so I got to start the laundry. If we're going to do it on Saturday, then I got to start the laundry on Tuesday so that I can get everything folded by Wednesday. And then if there's stains, you got to take it for Friday. And I'm that guy.
Were you like that before, or is that strictly from football?
I think there was a part of me that was like that before. But if you ask my parents, they called me Magoo just because, I was kind of all over the place. I'm trying to, how best to describe it. I think it was always in there. And I think college football really honed that skill set to a point that honestly, it depending on who you ask, it's a little intrusive. I'm not going to lie. I've actually had to dial it back a little bit. That's kind of the post retiring from sports thing is. And maybe it kind of goes with the edges. There's an intensity that you have to live your life with if you are going to be in collegiate and especially professional sports. So there are edges. There are very sharp, very clear. You do this. This is why you do it. This is when you do it. This is how you do it. And once it's done, we can move on to the next thing. And that doesn't always fly in the old real world there.
Yeah.
So I've had to learn to undo. I've had to learn to be welcoming and easy on the joints as opposed to always rocking the edges. Because you were saying it earlier. I can be kind of an edge guy sometimes.
Well, it's funny because you say that, and I also think it's why so many athletes get divorced. One, the lifestyle
100%.
the lifestyle
100%.
doesn't lead to good family life, but. And I didn't go anywhere near as far as you, but I think it's hard. It was for me. It was hard to not bring negative traits from football into my real life. And that was father, husband, friend, all that. I struggled with it for a while. And I think that's why so many guys don't want to leave the game and struggle when they do.
It's a whole thing, and it's not just. We've had this conversation in many ways, many times. People don't understand. They think, oh, okay, great. I'm a decent athlete. I could have done X. This person is a really, really good athlete. Gosh, they should have been playing college, or I bet you they could compete with. For one day, can you hit a ball? You don't understand the amount of time, focus, energy, effort that you have to put into getting to that point. And what that requires is a total shift, or I don't want to say shift, but an absolute focus in not just hey, when I'm on, I'm on playing playing a game, but in every part of your life. And the difference between being the best and not even making it is just this minuscule amount that people have no idea. So to make it to that point, you have to have these traits that make you who you are on the field, but kind of make you an absolute bear off the field.
Yeah.
Did your wife call you out on it? Or when was the moment that you realized you had to change post-career?
My wife has called me out on it. I've had friends call me out on it.
Wow.
It's.
How you doing with it?
It's not. Oh, I'm fine. I mean, I look back and wish, like, God, I wish I wouldn't have acted like that, or I wish I didn't even realize that I was, that's how I was coming across, because it's so natural and normal for me.
Right.
Right. So yeah, I love the idea of trying to improve, of trying to be mindful and get better, and I also know that I can revert back to that real quick, and it's something that I have to be very, very conscious of, or else I go back into like micro planning mode that just, frankly, it puts a lot of people off.
Is that harder to turn off, or the competitive spirit harder to turn off?
The competitive spirit was easy.
Oh, really? Okay.
That was easy for me. I was done. I was like, screw this.
Huh.
You want to fight me? All right, cool. What? You think you're better than me? All right, cool. Yeah, that's great. Like, I don't even have time to, like, I ain't trying to be a weekend warrior here. I was at the pinnacle of sport in this country. And you know what? You're going to try and beat me on the golf course, or you're going to try and, chest up to me on the basketball court. Hey, cool, man. Like, if that makes you feel good, like, you do you.
That's funny because, me being a high-level athlete myself and being around a lot of high-level athletes and these charity events or whatever, we've golfed with a lot of guys. It seems to me that it's pretty hard for those guys to turn that off. There's another level.
Give me an well, okay, and here's where I'm gonna.
I'll give you a great example. Guess. You want a great example?
Okay, good.
I have a great example. Go. Okay, so I was lucky enough to golf with one of my heroes, Bo Jackson. Yeah. And this was at Portland Golf Club for Caddies for Cure. Thank you, Ryan Duchesne. He knew I was a Royals fan. He put me with Bo's. It was a day I'll never forget. The 18th hole at Portland Golf Club. And Bo was a little rigid. He and I were in the same golf cart. It was, he
was not cuddly.
No, he's not the cuddliest guy. I think that's just his personality. But on the 18th hole, he hits, and it's a really long par 5. Very hard to hit the green into. You almost never see it. He hits his drive out to the right, into the right rough. There's a kid walking with the member that we were playing. His son is walking with the member we were playing. He walks over to our ball. Bo's standing there with a golf club, and the kid goes, I've never seen anyone hit this green into. And dude, Bo Jackson's eyes went red. Like, you could see it in his eyes. He goes back to his golf cart, changes his clubs, hits the shot. It's this big, high, majestic, just like his baseball, big, high, majestic cut into the green, runs up there. He hit the freaking green on, and that course, that hole.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, and his drive wasn't that great. He was from the rough. He hits the green. The kid's jaw is on the ground, and we're driving in the cart on the way up to the green, and I go, man, you made that kid's day. He goes, Isaac, sometimes you just got to give him something to talk about. And I'm like, oh my God, like, you challenge him in the most minuscule way. He's Bo freaking Jackson. I can't imagine he ever turns that off. So that's one example. It just seems like those guys have a really hard time.
I remember when we had Roy Jones Jr., who's we had one of my favorite boxers, and we were talking about it, and Roy said, well, during the break, I noticed you were drinking a drink of water, and he goes, I drank mine faster. And I was like, huh? And he goes, you were drinking a water, and he goes, I didn't say anything, but I drank mine faster. And we were both like, oh, yeah, yeah.
So it's that.
It's that. Yeah.
Okay. So this is you absolutely proved my point, and I was hoping you would give those examples. Bo Jackson and Roy Jones Jr., where would you put them in the pantheon of their sport?
All-timers.
Or of athletes.
Yeah.
All-timers.
Yeah. All-timers.
Right?
Yeah.
Where would you put Joey Harrington in the pantheon of NFL quarterbacks?
Don't ask us that question.
We saw the quarterback rankings. You were 40.
Hold on. Let me finish. Okay? Where would you put Joey Harrington in the pantheon of NFL quarterbacks? I want an honest answer.
You're not Bo Jackson or Roy Jones.
Good. Where would you put Joey Harrington in the pantheon of college football?
Ooh, you're top 50.
You're top 50.
All time.
All time.
Okay. Great.
That's the difference?
So here's my point.
Okay.
Is I hit a point in my playing career, and it happened at the end of my time in Detroit, and we've talked about this, where I had a realization, like, this isn't fun anymore. This isn't for me anymore. This is like something was taken from me that I couldn't get back, right? And over the last few years of my career, I came to the realization that it's like, this isn't all it's cracked up to be. This isn't the end-all, be-all. I see what it's doing to me. I see what it's doing to my peers. I see what it's like. I see the effect that this competitiveness or this world has on the people in it and the people around it. And in order to, it's why I didn't choose to continue in my career. It's why I truly believe that there was a point where, like, my career was, I won't say unsalvageable, but I was like, yeah, no thanks. Now, if you would have had this conversation with me after college and asked me to turn that competitive spirit off, like, not a chance in hell. I'd have been Bo Jackson. I'd have been Roy Jones Jr. Like, I would have been right there. But I had things happen to me along the way where I was able to step back and say, oh, maybe this isn't the way to live life. And those guys never had that opportunity.
Interesting.
Yeah,
that's a good answer. I've always just thought it was something that you couldn't really control. You couldn't shut it off, but you're just a little bit more thoughtful and more introspective, and maybe they just haven't, like you said, they just haven't had the opportunity to dig a little deeper.
It's interesting. I've never thought about it that way, but they've never had something that forced them to confront it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Because they're Bo Jackson and Roy Jones.
They were always the big. I was about to say they never got punched in the face, but it's like, well, no, Roy Jones did pretty much every time. But they never had to. Injuries are different, right? And it takes even more of that competitive spirit. I was thinking of Bo and his hip, and, like, in order to come back from that, you have to have even more of that drive.
True.
But there is something that happened along the way for me where I realized, like, this isn't all it's cracked up to be. There's more to life than living like this. And in some ways I was lucky to experience that.
So we're with Joey Harrington, great Oregonian, great Oregon Duck, pretty good Detroit Lion.
No.
I mean, he's pretty good.
A pretty good Miami Dolphin, New Orleans Saint.
Yeah, you're good. Okay, when we come back, I want to talk about the J.J. McCarthy, Kyler Murray thing, and I just wonder about the guy brought in to take your job dynamic that we spoke about yesterday.
Are you asking me because I had guys brought in to take my job?
Well, I want to know if you did. Yeah. I want to know if you did, because I don't think in Detroit, like when you got drafted, it's not like you were coming in replacing someone. I don't think so, right? Like they're
when you're drafted that high, you are the guy.
You're the guy. But who was the quarterback the year before? I don't even know in Detroit.
Oh, no. That wasn't that. Go ahead. Let's go to break.
Yeah, we'll go to break. Come
okay.
back.
Yeah. All right. Because there's two sides of it. There's both sides of it. So we'll get to that, courtesy of Mods PDX with Joey Harrington next. off of J.J. McCarthy, and McCarthy and Kyler Murray's relationship is strained because of it. Were you ever in a position like that, whether you are the J.J. McCarthy or the Kyler Murray?
I was J.J. McCarthy when they brought in Jeff Garcia to take my job.
Garcia
Yeah.
in Detroit?
My fourth year in Detroit. You know, and it's interesting. I saw that happen, and I immediately thought, I was like, because let's do the backstory. Somebody let Sam Darnold walk because somebody believed in J.J. McCarthy. Now, it could be head coach, it could be GM, but I can't imagine that everybody was on the same page with that, right?
Yeah.
And so now are you 2 years into it?
This is Sam Darnold that was his last year. So this will be the second year that JJ.
That's right. So JJ was a first year starter last year. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was hurt.
And somebody made a decision that they needed to bring in Kyler Murray. Now, whether that is to motivate JJ, whether that's because they didn't believe in JJ, I don't know the specifics of it. All I know is that when I was in Detroit, Steve Mariucci did not want me. Matt Millen did. Okay. And I had been through 3 years of struggling. I mean, let's be honest. I was decent my third year, but not by any means good. And I'm sure they both did it for different reasons. Mariucci went to Matt Millen and said, I want to bring Jeff Garcia in. And Mariucci did that because he wanted Jeff to be a starter. And Matt Millen did that, said, okay, let's do it, because he thought that would motivate me to be better. And I saw J.J. McCarthy and his comments, and I immediately thought, oh, he's in trouble. He's in trouble. Because you can tell that it's more than fighting for your job, right? It's seeing something potentially taken away from you, right? When Jeff Garcia came in, the first thing he did was plan a trip with all the offensive linemen, rented a houseboat on Lake of the Ozarks, and took all the offensive linemen on a trip. It was like, wait, what?
Jeez.
I found out that all the O-linemen were going on this trip, and then Jeff was like, yeah, we're all going. I was like, oh yeah, I see what's going on here. Like that, I was, absolutely not planning this with me, because he wants the job, and he's an established Pro Bowl guy. He's a vet. He gets it. And J.J. McCarthy, from what I've seen, has this competitive spirit that is just fire. It just burns. And I think because of that, he gets in his own way. And so if he's coming into this situation now with Kyler Murray, who's coming in just cool as a cucumber, like, hey, we're all friends. Hey, why don't I take my, let's all go on a vacation together. J.J. McCarthy he's gonna drive himself to a point where he ends up getting in his own way. Right. I don't see this becoming at least from personal experience, I don't see this becoming being a motivating factor in a positive way for J.J. McCarthy. I see this as the beginning of the end for him in Minnesota.
What was your relationship, or no, I guess I should ask it this way. How did you handle your relationship with Jeff Garcia then?
I won't say I was angry, because I understood it to a certain extent. I didn't like him, right?
Yeah. Why
rubbed
would
me
you?
the wrong way. Yeah, like, and as I got to know him, like he's a good dude. Like he's at the end of the year, like he's a good dude. When he came in, I was like, I don't want to like you. Right? Like, I know why you're here. And yeah, it was fine. It was a fine working relationship, but no, we weren't buddy.
Did he do anything to help you?
Not that I can think of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, again, I go back to it. Why would you? I remember when,
Why would you?
like when
Yeah.
Joe Flacco last year, people were talking about Joe Flacco being a mentor, and he's like, I'm mentoring anybody. I want the job. Aaron Rodgers said it when they drafted Jordan Love. He's like, it's not my job. Like,
Not my job.
it's not my job. Like, I think sometimes we get caught up in it's a team, and so you're supposed to be a great teammate. But look, at the end of the day, everyone knows that. I know it's a team, but there's 53 individuals there too, and there's only so many jobs.
Were you?
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was going to ask if you were ever close to the Kyler Murray seat of that ride.
No. I mean, in both Miami and Atlanta, I ended up taking over for different reasons, right? Miami was a competition between Culpepper and I, and he won the job, I guess, coming out of camp, and didn't play well for a couple weeks, and then I took over. We've talked about what happened the week I took over, and then I never saw Pep again. And in Atlanta, I came in truly as a backup until I flipped on SportsCenter and Mike was being taken away in handcuffs. So. Yeah, I don't know. There are very few situations. I'm sitting there there are very few situations where this works out for everybody. Yeah. This could be. I think this is the beginning of the end for JJ McCarthy in Minnesota.
Can you think of a different way that teams should handle that?
No.
What else can you do?
Why? Yeah, why would you?
Well, you want to try to salvage your young guy, but I don't know.
Do you? Do you, unless you think that you made a mistake, again, which goes back to my original point. Is there somebody in that room that still wants to give him in that building that wants to give him a shot, and there's somebody in that building that thinks they made a mistake?
Yeah.
Right? And that's why this happens, is because somebody's not on the same page. And again, it's not a team. This is 53 people in the locker room, and this is executives up in the C-suite who are also worried about their jobs, right? This is people trying to just get another year under their belt, trying to get another notch on their, another year for their retirement. This is a cutthroat business. And sure, would it be beneficial for them for JJ McCarthy to work out? Absolutely. But I guarantee you they're not going down with the ship.
Yeah,
He's going down. They're not gonna ride it out with him.
My experience was even worse, because at least you were important. Try coming in week 4 or 5 when you're the worst. You get brought in mid-season and you're the swing interior lineman and you're trying to replace the worst player on the roster. You think anyone in that room wants me there? It's brutal. And so you're walking in day one, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm the backup center, and you're turning to the left guard and who you're trying to replace. And you're like, hey, what do I do on this play? I remember very vividly my first time in Tampa. The guy turned to me and goes, F you. And I was like, I just got there. I had no idea what I was doing. And they called the play. I didn't know what it was until walking up to the line. You should be able to turn to your teammate, right? And be like, hey, what is this? F you. That guy's not going to help me out. Dude, that's the worst guy on the roster, and he knows that I am being brought in probably to replace him. And we don't make big money. We're week to week dudes. And every place I went, it was icy and nasty. And I don't remember a single time where anyone was thrilled to see me walk into a locker room.
there's a difference with a quarterback situation, right? So if you have a young starter, and most teams don't keep 3 anymore.
Yeah.
I guess you can do it with practice squad. But when they would have a third string veteran, right? So my first 2 years, I had Ty Detmer. And my third year, I had Rick Myrer. Those guys were not competing to be the starter.
Yeah.
Right? They were in year 14, year 13, and they knew why they were there.
Yeah.
That's different when 1 and 2 are competing for the spot.
Yeah.
And that's a very different thing right there.
All right. Well, good talk.
That was a good talk. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
TED talk.
Yeah, that was a TED talk.
I'd forgotten that he took them all to the Lake of the Ozarks.
What a D move.
It'd be like someone coming in, Rob, and being like, Dusty comes out of retirement and, moves out of the front office where he, is big executive now and going and you find out that he's taking Suk to A without you. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah, you could be a little more subtle about it, Jeff.
Hey, am I invited? No, sorry.
You know what the funny thing is too? Then we invited him over. Oh, Emily actually invited him over for Thanksgiving.
Jeff Garcia.
Yeah, we had Garcia and his wife Carmela, and Orlovsky and Bill Swancutt over for Thanksgiving.
Oh, Bill Swancutt. It was a blast in the past.
That's why you're classy.
Did what?
Did he come?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's weird.
That is odd. You should have just shown up in the Ozarks. Hey guys.
Hey, what's up?
I did. I went on the trip just because I was, really insecure, and I was like, well, I guess I better be here.
All right. You have a great weekend.
I will. You too.
All right. See ya. Love your hot body. That's Joey Harrington, courtesy Mods PDX. The future of building is here. We talk medieval times next.
Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Eugene Regional in NCAA tournament for the men's baseball. Washington State took out Oregon State in the first game 3-2. That means Wazoo will now take on the winner of the Ducks and Yale game, which is going on right now. Right now, in that game, we got Oregon up 3-0 in the top of the third inning. Orlando Magic, they are finalizing a deal to hire Spurs assistant head coach Sean Sweeney. Sweeney's going to be the new man in Orlando, but he will finish the season out with the Spurs in the postseason. Spurs have at least one more game. It'll be Game 7 against the Thunder tomorrow, 5 p.m. tip on NBC. For the Thunder, Jalen Williams already been ruled out of that game. Knicks center Mitchell Robinson, he plans to play in Game 1 of the NBA Finals against the Spurs of Thunder, but he will be wearing a brace on his hand after he underwent surgery on a broken right pinky finger. And the Hurricanes, looking to close out their series in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Canadiens, they are up 3-0 after the first period. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Google me, bitch.
Oh no.
Well, my.
The offense was ripping.
I ripped his ass, quite frankly.
Smiles and glory holes.
I don't even want to listen to me.
From Johnson to Hand, and the batter will be Mastroboni.
Take that for
Okay,
data.
we apologize.
It's time for the club, baby, on 105.1 and 1080. The Fan. Hoo-wee.
Kids respond to psychopaths.
Got my Michelob Ultra joint.
All right, welcome.
Welcome in.
Yeah,
little behind.
we are behind,
Little
but
behind.
you know what? Who cares? It's not like Dusty's here. Oh wait, he's in there.
Yes.
Hey, you know I got to shout out Dusty.
Shout out the brand man.
Yeah, the brand man. You know, listen, this is a man committed to his craft.
Yes.
As apparently we made a new hire.
It's an old hire, but it's a new hire.
Well, it's Preston. Preston was our old intern. I think he was on the board the day I got my Dewey.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a fill-in. I think it was him. And it was me and Daybar, too. So he was, I remember looking at him over there going, and he was wide-eyed. He was like,
Yeah, I was on vacation. It was around.
Yeah, you were gone.
It was my birthday.
Yeah, Bartu was in. Anyway, Preston is back after a 6-year detour in accounting. And apparently he's very unreliable, and he did not show up on time.
No.
And Dusty came from home. He's supposed to be at his kid's baseball game, and he just hustles in here. He is going to be the celebrity running the Portland Fire game tonight.
Our boss running the Portland Fire.
Yes, as you listen to the Portland Fire, just know that when that spot, when those spots start,
Yeah.
Dusty's the one that pushed that button, and that's hot.
But wait, now that Preston's in, I thought Preston was coming.
Well, then he got a text that Preston is coming in.
So Dusty will not be.
So Preston is already about to be fired.
Yes. So in theory, it will not be. While it's commendable that Dusty got here,
It's probably not going to be
he's
Dusty.
going to leave again.
Yeah. But hey, listen, would Jeff Austin have done that? And I love old Jeff. Is Jeff Austin
Wow,
strolling
Jeff
in?
Austin catching strays.
Well, is he strolling in here at 6:15?
For God's sake.
Well, and I tell you what, as the guy who would have had to replace Preston if Dusty wasn't so nice, I am very grateful.
Well, you
for
got to
Dusty
pick up
coming.
kids, right?
I do.
So you don't have a choice.
I got to drive out to Damascus to
Oh
go pick
no,
up kids.
he has a choice. If I were program director, I would have called him
Yeah, Rob
and said,
goes,
"Hey,
you
get
would
your
be
ass
staying."
over there."
You know, controversial thing happened in Damascus. The Dairy Queen is no more.
What?
Yeah.
In Damascus?
In Damascus.
It was a big deal.
It is. It's shut
Huge
down.
deal.
Why?
It's like a landmark.
It's
in
gone.
Damascus.
What happened?
The best part is a Mexican restaurant, like a generic Mexican restaurant, has moved in, and they've changed nothing. It is everything about its Dairy Queen, other than they put up a sign and it like El Taco logo, whatever. Just some dude was like, well, they still have like the furniture looks the same.
My kids are really upset about it because we would go after the pool sometimes when we go out there. Now there's no Dairy Queen. We can't go there after the pool.
What are you doing in Damascus?
Uncle Harold lives out there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Coach
Uncle Harold's house.
Yeah, Coach Vaughn's Uncle Harold lives out there.
I'm hoping one day to get the invite because I'm out there every weekend.
In Damascus?
I go to Damascus.
Why?
One of my MMA.
Why aren't you in Damascus?
Yeah, what is
What
happening?
am I missing?
Why are you the only one not out in Damascus? The Dairy Queen, or the former Dairy Queen, it's right across the street from one of my martial arts gyms that I go to on the weekend. So I drive out there on the weekend to train. I like that gym, and it's part of like it's what do you say? Like, it's like a team. I'm Brazilian top team. They're different gyms, but it's under one umbrella.
Yeah, we drove by it and we're like, oh, that's probably where Big Sue goes.
Yeah. And so the best part is my instructor, shout out Pat, Pat is like an ultimate badass. He was an airborne ranger. He fought professionally for years and years. He's just like a man's man. And I thought he was going to cry when the Dairy Queen shut down. Like he would tell me, he's like, man, that Dairy Queen. I was like, what is it about the Dairy Queen in Damascus? But they loved it. And now it's gone. And I feel like the people of Damascus are not embracing the generic Mexican restaurant that had moved in. They didn't paint it. Nothing. It's so weird when you're like, is that a Dairy Queen? But I can get a breakfast burrito?
Do they serve dilly bars?
I don't know. I haven't gone in. But I drive by every time now, and I chuckle to myself.
That's hot.
Yeah, that's all I know about Damascus. That one stretch of road, which I think is really all that Damascus is.
I have a buddy that lives out there.
That's the only thing that's really out there is that little main drag.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Rite Aid.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And then you get into like Sandy and all that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You drive a little farther. Yeah.
But the strip mall where my gym is, it's awesome because it's like a Smokey's pizza joint and then a gun shop, like a high-end gun shop.
I've seen that.
The shadiest Asian run mini mart you've ever seen in your entire life, and then like a jiu-jitsu gym and a bar. It's a phenomenal.
Got everything you need.
It's a phenomenal strip mall.
It's America.
It is America. America, woo!
I've seen that gun shop. Don't they have a big sign, like a big stanchion out there where they write stuff on there?
Oh, yeah.
And
the place is like hardcore.
I love guns. Big gun guy.
I've only been there once, and I've never been more out of place.
Why?
Well,
look at you.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
It was I was out of my element. That's for the Oregonians. Well, I mentioned my instructor. So for his birthday as a thank you, we all chipped in. And because one of the guys there was like, hey, let's all chip in and get him something for his birthday. I was like, cool, I'm on board. So everyone chipped in, and guess what we got him? Got him a gun.
Yeah.
So after class, we all went over there.
So you can shoot it.
I don't know, something in Damascus.
Targets and stuff?
Yeah, we got him a gun. And we went in there, and I was like, well, this is weird. And I was in there. I think that was like I haven't been in a gun shop in decades.
Weeks.
And I went into that place, and man, it was... You want to talk about high tea running wild? Go into a Damascus gun shop.
Yeah.
The word tyranny was getting thrown around a lot. I think they could smell the liberal on me.
Fat, uneducated beer.
Everyone's like, man,
bald, yeah.
I need a gun. I need two. Everyone was like taking them off the wall. And I just like stood there. After like 10 minutes, I was like, I'm just gonna give you a hug and then leave. I'm like,
screw the learned people. No.
It was not. I did not fit in. I know I looked the part, but I was a poser, and they could tell. They could tell the whole vibe was off.
You don't belong here.
No. They saw my electric car parked out front, and they're like, Hey,
do you guys have a plug-in? I need to plug my car in.
What's with the European electric cars, soy boy? What kind of gun you looking for? I didn't speak I'm like, I don't know. Like I only know like two gun manufacturers, and it was all they're like they shooed me out of there. Like yeah, they rough talked me. That's what I know about Damascus. But if you're looking for a blizzard, you ain't gonna find one in Damascus.
Well, that's too bad. That hurts.
Well, I would think that a place like Damascus, I mean, the small town Dairy Queen, that's the
life. As long as it's run right,
it's the lifeblood.
Is because you can't go wrong. I guess you can. If it had booze, it would be better.
Yeah.
But The kids love
They're
it.
devout alcoholics.
I mean, you know that our family, well, my wife's family,
Yeah.
they own the Dairy Queen in
Monmouth, right?
Monmouth.
Monmouth.
Very famous Dairy Queen. Probably one of the most famous in the country.
Yeah.
Actually, it is. As a matter of fact, I don't know of another more famous Dairy Queen than the one in Monmouth.
It's a big deal.
And it's a franchise, but they run it. They ran it well, and it was a huge success.
Yeah.
Sold it for billions.
I
think hundreds of billions.
I thought the Damascus one was there too, and it was no more. You know what's still there in Damascus though is the Buy Mart. Don't worry.
Oh,
the Buy Mart.
They have a Buy Mart out there?
They got a Buy Mart.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Things are looking up.
I mean, the Buy Mart.
Hey, you know what I did?
The Buy Mart is set.
So Dick died.
Yeah.
My wife's dad.
Father-in-law.
Yeah, he came down from Port Orchard, Bremerton area, and lived with us before he passed. And he loved Buy Mart, so I took him every Tuesday for Lucky Number Tuesday. You know who's now taken over his role for the Tuesday Buy Mart run?
No. Really?
Mr. Ropp.
Papa Ropp
Ropp
is loving the Buy Mart Tuesdays?
I will say, Papa Ropp's got a little problem with the prices.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he's got a little problem with the prices. He's a bargain shopper.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is nice, but,
Really?
I can find a better deal.
Really? You're finding a better deal than the Buy Mart?
That's what he says.
Wow.
That's what he says.
Where is this happening?
Well, it depends.
I want to know where these better deals were.
And then I told him, I said, Buy Mart's really about, you got to get the leaflet they mail you.
Yeah, you got to get the coupon book.
Yeah, and when you get that, you see what's on sale that week.
Yeah.
You can't be, I told him, I said, you cannot beat these prices. Find me a better price than some of the stuff that's in that leaflet.
Well, I'll tell you what. I found the leaflet about a month ago, and out of that Damascus Buy Mart, I walked away with a new shovel. And I'll tell you what, you get yourself a Yard King.
How much?
You're feeling pretty good.
The Yard King, 31.
The Yard King.
$31.
15 on sale.
Unbelievable.
$15.
Unbelievable.
Good luck finding. And it was a nice green color. I feel very good about it. I immediately went home, and you know what? I took it for a dig. I wanted to try it out. I was in the market for a shovel. I was like, at that price, I should have bought two. They're basically giving them away. And let me tell you, the Buy Mart in Damascus, it's very Buy Marty. If you want to get a true feel of the Buy Mart culture, Damascus is there.
I don't think there is a Buy Mart that you can go into that you don't feel the true Buy Mart essence.
I like that it's called Buy Marty.
That's
right.
That's
a describing word.
Basically what that means is a bunch of old people.
But it's also the #1 place to shop per capita where you will get people in military hats. A lot of that. You're gonna get.
He's right.
Get a lot of military hats. You're gonna get some racing hats. That's pretty standard. Also a lot of Carhartt. Definitely a lot of Carhartt and some scooters.
I freaking love Buy Mart.
Yeah,
I was in there
you
with
never know what you're gonna find.
Dude, I was in there with my dad. I'm like, oh yeah, I need one of those. It's just a one-stop shop for anything that you need. Yeah. Little things that you don't want to venture out for.
Yeah.
You can just...
The Buy Mart's there?
Yeah. It's great.
About a hedge trimmer. Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I do a lot of my yard shopping at the Buy Mart. If you need something for the yard, Buy Mart's got you.
I hire hedge trimmers.
So do I. It's called me. I was at my buddy's golf club a while back, and I was talking about that, and one of the dudes sitting there was like, you can hire people to do that. Like, you pretentious douche. Yeah, I know you can hire someone to do it. It's called me.
I'm really rich.
Bro, it's well worth it. Trust me.
It's good for you. Get out in the soil. Get your fingers in the dirt a little bit.
Well, I do that. I like to. You know me. I'm a low key green thumb.
Yeah.
But I'm not. There's trimming hedges and raking leaves and stuff. Dude, come on. There are people that'll do that.
I don't mind a little yard work. And I'll tell you what, working the trimmer, that's kind of fun. It's like you get to shape stuff a little bit.
Yeah, you get to shape. Yeah, you could carve out a penis if you wanted.
Yeah, it's not bad. Chub shrub?
What?
What's true?
Yeah, the chub shrub.
I drove to Tualatin just to see the chub shrub. Took a photo in front of it.
Is that still a thing?
Oh, I don't know.
That was a real thing.
That was like last year. And the lady with the dog gave me like a big... Someone was walking by and she was upset that I went to see
we might have a new soup drop. Soup drop. I mean, I don't know how you make any more different noises, but I think you just made one.
Blip, blip. I just remember when I pulled over in Tualatin to go take a photo with the Chub Shub, or Chub Shrub. Some lady was walking her stupid Pomeranian thing or whatever, and she gave me a disgusted sound. She looked at me and gave me the, one of those. Well, get over yourself, ma'am.
Hey,
There's no reason to go to your neighborhood if it wasn't for the Chub Shrub.
I have some bad news. You guys are going to hate this.
Uh-oh.
Or you might love it. We are off in one more segment. We only have one more segment.
One more.
We have to go because we have a celebrity running the fire game tonight.
Yeah.
And he's
got to have some ramp up. He probably wants to, bloviate about something.
It's a big deal tonight.
It is. It's a big deal.
So we are going to take a break. And when we come back, I want to tell you, so we were talking about medieval times.
Yeah.
Or like the Middle Ages.
I've been to medieval times.
Back in the...
Kissimmee, Florida.
Back in the club. I went to one in L.A., and I got to tell you, I had a great
night. Down. Red night going down. I sang that the entire time I was there, and I think the serving wench, I might have been inebriated. She did not care for my shenanigans at all.
Well, she probably sees you every night.
Yes.
But I tell you what, I had a good time. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, I didn't mind it.
Have you ever been to Stevie Fire? Have you ever been to the Medieval Times?
No.
The restaurant?
No.
You should take the kids. They would love it.
I don't think there's one anywhere near.
I don't think they would.
LA's the club.
Really? Your kids
Preston
wouldn't like
in the
it?
house. Preston in the house.
Down.
Red night going down. So stupid.
Dude, I'll tell you what, the key is you got to drink beforehand. You get nice and lubricated, and then you go have a glass of Diet Coke mead. I think it was actually Diet Pepsi. They didn't serve beer at the one in Florida.
Oh, they didn't?
No.
Oh, my God. I got housed at the...
Well, I did too, but it wasn't there.
Oh. Well, wait, what? So that one was dry?
Yeah, the one in Florida was dry all those years ago.
What on earth?
Yeah.
Anyway, we were talking about this during the club because it's Middle Ages Day. We have okay, so this list is 50 aspects of medieval times that are just horrifying.
Yeah.
We have a few of them, and we're going to disseminate those to you.
Yeah.
Is that the new one? Oh, that's fantastic.
I haven't put it in yet.
Fits right in.
And yes, Medieval Times serves Pepsi, and it says the wide majority of them do have alcoholic beverages, including the Dragon Slayer and Maiden's Kiss.
Yeah, the Dragon Slayer is a mean drink. Watch out. I slayed some dragons that night. All right, we'll get to that next in our final segment here on The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, NCAA baseball tournament going on right now in the Eugene Regional. Washington State took care of business, beat Oregon State 3-2 in the first game. Now Wazoo will take on the winner of Oregon and Yale right now, top of the fourth inning. Oregon up 3-0. Beavs will take on the loser of that game. Orlando Magic, they've had a new coach. They're going to hire Spurs associate Sean Sweeney. Sweeney's still going to finish the season with the Spurs. Could be one game, could be more, as we do have a Game 7 Thunder versus the Spurs on Saturday. It's going to be a 5 p.m. tip for the Thunder. Jalen Williams already ruled out with a hamstring injury. Knicks center Mitchell Robinson, he says he plans to play in Game 1 of the NBA Finals to wear a brace on his hand after undergoing surgery on his broken right pinky. Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby, according to court documents that were filed today, placed at least 40 bets on the Indiana football team while he was a quarterback for the Hoosiers. Then he continued to gamble after he went to Cincinnati and to Texas Tech. Hurricanes looking to close out their series and get to the Stanley Cup final. They're up 4-0 midway through the second period against the Canadiens. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Final segment of radio broadcast this week.
Yes.
As we have to turn it over to the Portland Fire, I think, coming up next.
You are correct. And then we have Oregon Duck Baseball, so we have conflicting.
We have a lot of sports here.
Things happening.
After all, we are a global sports radio network.
Yeah, because nothing says sports like us talking about medieval times.
Cloaks.
By the way, I looked it up. That one in Kissimmee, Florida, that was the first ever medieval times.
And it didn't serve booze?
So this was a long time ago. It says that they all serve booze. It's possible that me and my buddies were just drunk and they didn't serve us. I remember not being able to get drinks there. And
they cut you off.
This was 25 years ago. And when I say we had a good time, that's how we ended up at medieval times. We were having a good night out, and someone was like, let's go to medieval times. And we're like, let's go.
You guys were at Mons Venus.
That's probably true. Mons Venus is also an institution.
That should go the other way. It should be it should be medieval times first, yeah. And then Mons Venus.
I don't know what to tell you.
What's the matter with you?
Take that up with Kerry Jenkins, who was probably the leader of that group. He was a good dude.
Well, anyway.
That was my only medieval times I've been to, was the original medieval times.
Well, I've been once. It was in L.A. I was with my wife and her mom, who are now estranged. And I tell you,
because of medieval times?
We had a great time.
I did too.
Thought it was fun.
Yeah. You had to cheer for your little night section, and
yeah,
you just I remember
it's interactive.
Yeah, you just get one of two things. You got a whole chicken that you just
the
ripped
food
apart.
Is terrible.
Ripped apart.
You know what? You just immerse yourself and enjoy it.
Yeah, you put a little whimsy in there.
Right. So I have the this is a list of 50 aspects of medieval times that are horrifying. I'm only going to get you a few in the interest of time. But interestingly, number one is cloaks. They talk about cloaks being freaking cool.
Yeah.
That, capes, because we've been talking about capes.
Tried to bring back capes to the Fire game.
The Portland Fire, their number one merch item should be capes.
Oh, 100%. You're telling me in Portland, if they brought out fire capes, that thing isn't flying off the shelves? Of course it is.
So everybody views capes and cloaks as weird today, but we shouldn't.
No.
They're amazing. No. And medieval times, they wore capes.
I'll tell you right now, though, you walk into any place and you're wearing a cloak or a cape, you're instantly suspicious. What was that like? We
need to change that.
I know. The New York subway campaign is like, if you see something, say something. If you want to get reported as suspicious, wear a cape. I'll tell you right now.
Well, the new cape is like the trench coat.
Yeah.
The trench coat is
exactly
a little bit like,
exactly.
What are you up to?
Yeah. If I'm hanging out at a place and you walk in and you're in a trench coat and or a cape / cloak, immediately the antenna goes up. You're on my watch list.
So this says perpetual soup.
Perpetual soup?
Well, yeah.
Well, like back in the day, that's all you could make.
Exactly.
You just made a lot of soup.
Which was horrible.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? So it says basically a large pot would always be simmering, and food would be tossed in because they didn't want it to spoil. So you just toss the food into the simmering pot.
Yeah, you just had a big pot and everyone kind of.
Yeah.
And then you took some sort of bastard bread and you dipped it.
Exactly.
I've seen enough of those like Braveheart movies where someone's always dipping some sort of loaf into a boiling pot of rat ass.
And then not only would you just do that until you're full, you would do that until you threw up.
Yeah.
That was medieval times.
You didn't know when you were going to eat again, which is kind of like what going to the real medieval times is like.
Anyway, some of you may have that tradition in your family where you have just an old grandma who just kept a simmering pot kind of all the time and just threw crap in it and would serve it to you. That was how they ate.
Yeah. My grandmother, when she was alive, she was an old Swedish lady. She, like around the holidays, there was always a boiling pot of something on the stove. And it never smelled good. She also had a boiling pot of alcohol on the stove at all times as well. It was called glug.
Glug, yeah.
Glug, yeah.
So here's
basically just boiled vodka and some like berries thrown in there.
Yeah. Well, it's no different than fermented vodka.
Same
we do the same crap now. It's just different. Okay. 2 pertaining to male-female relations.
Okay.
1 is they used to fight instead of divorce. This is medieval times.
What?
Yes. Why waste time on courts and child support? This is back in medieval Germany.
Oh, boy.
But if a husband and wife reached a dead end on some important issue, they would fight. They would enter the ring. The rules were, so they would equalize the, they would, okay. So it forced the men, so the man was in a hole and one hand was tied behind his back.
He is in a hole?
Yes.
How deep is this hole?
He could only strike with one hand, and the wife was given a bag of coal. So she could strike him with a bag of coal.
I can't tell you how much I want to go home to the BTJ and be like, all right, honey.
But you're in a hole. I mean, she might have the upper hand on you.
I got one hand, you got a bag of coal, and I'm in a hole.
So whoever wins the fight, which is, code for that is inflicts serious injury or defeats the other one.
Yeah, the person taps.
Yeah, mercy or whatever. You were in the right. That was how they settled disputes in medieval times. That's unbelievable.
It's the greatest thing
Can
ever.
you imagine that today?
I want it back. I get in a disagreement. That's all right. Go to the hole.
And the last one is about...
she just goes and picks up her sack of coal, and I'm like, oh, God, I got to go back to the hole again. Get in there.
Don't you think you could fight through a sack of coal hits from your wife?
Look, I've had 2 long-term relationships in my life, and they're both with tiny Asian women. I think I'm okay. Now, you pick yourself a nice Germanic bride. You got to remember, the women in the medieval times, that's a girthy woman. You got to have those birthing hips. All of a sudden, that's different. But I've maybe like deep down in my subconscious Viking brain, I thought, pick the small Asian woman in case I ever have to fight her in a hole with a sack of coal. I think I got her.
Yeah, I mean, like if that sack had rocks in it, that's a different animal.
Well, coal is the same thing.
Not
Coal's
quite.
hard.
It is, but it's not as hard as rocks.
I can't. I'm gonna seriously go home and suggest that. I'm like, well, next time we got a dispute. Hey, I got a new shovel from Weimar. I can dig the hole.
Yeah, only $16
with my Yard King.
So I guess at weddings in medieval times, the best man was not necessarily your best man because you would have to duel for the bride.
What?
Yes.
So we were 2 guys that wanted the same.
Well, it's not just 2 guys; it's any guy.
Oh,
you had to fight.
Interesting.
Over the bride at your wedding, at your own wedding.
So let's just say, for instance, like Preston in there, little Preston. I think Preston's like, hey, I'm getting married. I'm like, I kind of like the cut of her jib. I can just show up and be like, all right, bud.
Well, you can't now.
You and me.
You'd probably get arrested.
Yeah.
But in medieval times, yes, he would have to joust you. For the right to her.
Quite frankly, I said there was nothing good happening in medieval times. I think I was born in the wrong time.
So if you were a good duelist, You could get any woman you wanted. You just go to their wedding.
Dude, I missed my mark. I would have thrived back then. This has changed my whole opinion.
Isn't that wild? Think about that. Like, you propose to BTJ, you show up at the wedding, and there's all these guys, right? You have to fight off all these guys to marry her.
Like, hold on, I got to stretch out before the wedding.
Like, unbelievable.
Gotta get my sack of coal.
All right, everybody have a great weekend. We're back Monday, 3/7 at Fake Night.